4 players paced their day in scoring. Aisha Patel hit 3 threes in the final minutes to end up leading the team with 15, while Abby Douglas and Martina Garofalo had 14, and Julia Schwichtenberg had 11 in the game as well. Carson-Newman outshot Tusculum, as we said. Points off turnovers, big discrepancy that favored Carson-Newman. The Pioneers turned it over 22 times to Carson-Newman's 9, and the Lady Eagles had plus 21 advantage in points off turnovers in this game as well. Had 33 points off of Tusculum's turnovers in this game. That is a season high. And they also had 48 points in the paint, second most points in a paint in a game this year. They had 36 fast break points, which are a season high, and got 37 points from its bench, which are the second most in a game as well. All in all, to help Carson-Newman collect a 14th straight home win and a fifth straight win this year, and a 6th straight over Tusculum. 5 of the last 6 have been by double digits. Domino's post-game report continues on with a look around the South Atlantic Conference. Will Coker and Lenore Ryan still be atop the SAC standings with Carson-Newman? We'll tell you those scores if they're final when we return courtside to hold after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
All right, back at Hope Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman wins 107-80 to maintain a tie for first place in the South Atlantic Conference with 11-2 record. Coker defeats Newberry at Newberry 65-51. The Cobras held the Wolves to 20% shooting. 12 of 60 were the Wolves in a 14-point loss at home. So Coker maintains the tie for first, and Lenore Ryan should be closing in on a victory. 100 seconds left, and they lead Catawba at Catawba 68-57. So presuming a late comeback from the Indians there at home, the Bears and the Cobras and the Eagles are all tied for first. Lincoln Memorial right behind both of those teams wins at Emory and Henry today 82-64. Wingate wins in the final seconds against Anderson 69-68. Bulldogs maintain a tie for fifth place with UVA Wise. And the Cavaliers defeated Mars Hill 106-59. So Carson-Newman is trying to go for the highest scoring game of the night. They are the highest scoring team of the day as UVA Wise scores 106 on 53% shooting. to take down Mars Hill by a 106-59 score. So Carson-Newman maintains a three-way tie for first, and that sets up a first-place showdown on Friday afternoon. Inclement weather has forced us up into a Wednesday-Friday week again for basketball. So it's Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock. We hit the airwaves at 1:45 for what will be a battle for first place between Carson-Newman and Coker. For now, it's time to get you set for another 11E rivalry matchup as Adam Cavalier gets you set with the AEC countdown to tip-off after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Two defenders, chucks up a runner, it hits, count it, and one.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
A dagger for Nick. Nobody has made more threes in Division II history than Nick Brennigan.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman and Tusculum for the 131st time all-time. And the Eagles looking for the season sweep for the first time in 8 years. Carson-Newman won the first meeting between these two teams, 100-73 back on December 10th, and would love a repeat performance. But J.T. Burton's club and the Tusculum Pioneers much improved since that meeting. We'll talk about how this all shakes out over the preceding couple of hours. But before we get there, we check in with Chuck Vincent. His pregame thoughts when we return after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC countdown to tip off a rivalry Wednesday night in Holt Fieldhouse as the Eagles welcome in the Tusculum Pioneers. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, been a hot minute since the first meeting with Tusculum, but a grand and glorious first meeting it was for Carson-Newman. But now you're looking for something that hasn't happened since Charles Clark was on the floor for your program. Been 8 years since you've swept the Pioneers. You know JT Burton's teams are always going to be a little bit extra juicy for the Carson-Newman game. What's the approach like after a sensational performance over in Greenville, knowing that you'll get a much improved Tusculum team's best today?
We've reminded our guys of the history and the rivalry, so to speak, and so they know exactly the significance of this game for both older and younger fans and older and younger players that have played in this game. So that's not going to catch anybody off guard. We really are sort of looking at this not necessarily as a potential to get two in 1 year. This game's its own unique thing. I think they will definitely be more. I think Tusculum will be really excited to try to make sure that they sort of can find something positive tonight. But we're a team that's evolving, and we've got guys that are improving. Even though we're headed into January, 1st of February, we got guys that are improving. And as a team, we're still really sort of coming into our own in a lot of ways. So there's a level of excitement that needs to be there in our guys. We've had good preparation and focus, so I'm excited to see how we perform.
For both teams, and Ollie Smith notwithstanding for you, biggest differences between these two clubs from that meeting in early December?
I think probably at that point in the year, we had, you mentioned Ollie, we were still sort of, I guess, playing around with the rotation a little bit, but I know our rotation has changed on several levels since then. And I think the same thing for them. You look at who they were playing heavier minutes then. It's not the same guys now. So I think both teams are going to have sort of there'll be some consistency, obviously. Jackson for them is playing. Browder for us is playing. But there are some similarities and some differences since that first game back in early December.
Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. In the first meeting, you had, I don't want to say the right of way, but you got a ton of stuff at the rim, and were hyper efficient as a consequence. Is that strategy replicable tonight?
We think some of that goes back to the way they defended us. They used a zone approach where they kept their dual 7-footers at the rim in their zone. But then because of our skill set, when they went man, which they played probably half the game, their 7-footer stepped away from the rim, which made it easier for us to get to the rim. So Most recently, they're playing exclusively zone. So they've got 40 minutes of a 7-foot human being at the rim, which will definitely make it more difficult this time around.
You look internally, and you've discussed the growth of this team over the last couple months. Where do you see it as it heads into the final month of the season?
Well, I think anytime you have that second round of games, you have more information. I was talking to one of our players yesterday about this very thing. He said he feels so much more comfortable now understanding the individual teams in our conference. So I think more knowledge and experience gives us that just a better feel, and especially when you consider going into this year, we had 3 guys back that had played any. So now we've at least got, 9, 10 guys that have played some here. I think that's why you still see improvements. Like Rylan Houck, who has put together 3 really good offensive performances. I think he's finding that comfortability and confidence that some other guys are still toying around with, I guess.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Pioneers.
Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups head your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off returns after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This
bounce feed inside, Browder right block through contact. He gets it to go.
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
To the cup, right hand leaner, rolls off front side. John's there for the tip. Ooze hit it. Ooze hit it. Carson-Newman celebrates.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Carson-Newman and Tusculum on the docket tonight. And for all the pregame introductions, here's Hope Fieldhouse PA man Matt Scalzo.
First for the visiting Pioneers of Tusculum. At forward, a 6'6 junior from Adriansville, Georgia, number 1, TJ Printup. At guard, a 6'3" graduate student from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, number 2, Bryce Jackson. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Detroit, Michigan, number 6, Amari Allen. At center, a 7-foot graduate student from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 8, Wesley Johnson. And at guard, a 6'2" freshman from Northport, Florida, number 11, Jordan Adia. Pioneers are led by head coach J.T. Burton, assisted by Justin Chartrand, assisted by Jackson Miller, Kendrick Foster, and Alexis Burton. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. At guard, a 6'4" senior from Kingsport, Tennessee, number 1, Jack Bowder. At forward, a 6'5" junior from Oxford, Alabama, number 2, Rylan Houck. At forward, a 6'9" senior from Morristown, Tennessee, number 5, Braden Illick. At guard, a 6'5" senior from Newport, Kentucky, number 7, Carlise Fry. And at guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Crossville, Tennessee, number 10, Matt Bilbray. The Eagles are led by head coach Chuck Benson, assisted by Luke Brennigan, Case Roach, Dave Gorman, and Nick Brennigan.
Pre-game introductions have been handled, and we are set for basketball inside of Holt Fieldhouse. 4-figure crowd, 1,000 plus on hand for the 131st meeting between these two East Tennessee rivals. Carson-Newman in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, with orange numerals trimmed in blue on the front and back of the jerseys. Carson-Newman written around the numbers in blue, trimmed in orange on the front. Tusculum all black road jerseys, black tops, black shorts, white numerals on the front and back, and Tusculum written in black with a white stripe around it above the numbers on the front. Diamond pendant on the bottom of the shorts adorned with the TU logo for the Pioneers. It's Illick versus Wesley Johnson for the jump. We are set for basketball here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Ball is in the air. Braden Illick wins the tip. Carson-Newman controls and moves left to right with the basketball to open up this game. Illick at the left elbow fires Browder, left block, right hand teardrop, tickles Twine against the zone for Jack Browder. 2-0, Eagles lead, 15 seconds in. Pioneers bring it front court. Eagles start in their matchup zone and spread it out. Jackson, left elbow, skip it right wing, TJ Printup drives inside, shot over Illick, missed it. Browder tipped the rebound, as did Printup. Printup had the finger on it last, and it's out of bounds on the left baseline to Carson-Newman. 2-0 Eagles, 40 seconds in. Carson-Newman brings it left to right. Bill Bray head of the key around to Browder left wing. He measures a triple. Browder left it long. Amari Allen the backside rebound, right block for the Pioneers. Allen front court. Crossover, dribble around. Fry gets it to the left block. Teardrop on the way, and that's good from 6 over top of Illick. First points for the Pioneers come from Amari Allen. 2-2 ball game, 1 minute in. Eagles with it front court. Browder for Bilbray head of the key. He's left wide open. He takes a three, makes a three. Matt Bilbray drains one, wide open from straight on. 5-2. Carson-Newman the lead with 18:42 to play in the first half. Pioneers onto the offensive end. Johnson, head of the key. Dribble handoff for Bryce Jackson. That's into the left corner. Atia, baseline runner off the mark. Printup an offensive rebound. Bounces it to Atia, right baseline. Back out to the top of the key of Allen. 13 to shoot. Allen swings Jackson. Bounce Atia, right corner. 3 ball on the way. Switches it. Jordan Atia, 36% from beyond the arc. Makes 1 a game. He hits his first attempt, and it's a 5-5 contest. 18:07 to play in the first half. Eagles front court. Illick, feed Fry, left block. Can't finish through contact on Johnson. Alters the shot. Pioneers the rebound and running, and Fry trips up Jackson over the timeline. Whistle on foul on Khalees. First on Fry. First on the Eagles. Shot clock was only at 28, so no reset necessary. Pioneers will have it in the front court. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust and value, you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC, powering what matters most. 5-5, Tusculum looks for its first lead, 2 minutes in. Right wing, Bryce Jackson. Left around to Johnson, screen to the head of the key. Chest pass left wing for Atia. Sends it left corner for Allen. He was out of bounds. Allen with his heels on the baseline. Provides the first turnover of the day for either team. And Carson-Newman will look to break this 5-all tie with 17:40 to play in the first half. Bill Bray at the head of the key. 2 left-hand dribbles, lobs Fry left baseline. Fakes the handoff to Browder, flips it out left wing Bill Bray. Bill Bray into traffic left to the lane. Chest pass out Houck left wing into the high post for Illick. Illick faces the basket, zips Browder left baseline. 2 to the ball and zone on him, 7 to shoot. Out to Houck left wing. Back to Browder left corner. His 3 blocked by Printup out of bounds. It stays with Carson-Newman with 3 to shoot. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Large one-topping pies, $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Houck to trigger. Gets it into Browder, right block. He hangs. He hits off the window around Bryce Jackson with 3 on the shot clock. 7-5, Eagles by 2, 17:08 to play in the first half. Pioneers with it front court. Right wing, Allen gets into the paint, lobs over Illick, and makes a tough runner over the sack logo from 8 feet out. 4 for Allen, 7-7. We're tied for a third time with 16:50 to go in the first half. Both teams shooting the ball well to start, and that continues here. Shaq Browder cans an open look from deep from the right wing. He's got 7. The Eagles have 10 compared to Tusculum's 7. 16:35 to play, opening stanza. Pioneers front court. Printup, right elbow, stripped, got it back, right corner. Feeds out to Atia, right wing. Atia, inside out action, left wing Jackson. Bill Bray defends him at the top of the zone. Around to Atia, baseline drive, drop it off Printup. Got blocked from behind by Fry. Offensive board, kick right corner, 3 off the mark from Atia. Browder seizes the miss on the left block for the Eagles. And now a reach on Printup as Illick brought it over the timeline for the Eagles. First personal on TJ Printup. First team foul on the Pioneers. 10-7. Eagles lead by 3. 16-12 to play in the first half. 4 of 7 to start from the field for Carson-Newman. 3 of 6 to start from the field for the Pioneers. Teams have gone punch for punch. A tie after every made basket. Illick feeds Houck running inside. He lost it off of his kneecap into Amari Allen's hands. Pioneers front court. Left wing. Jackson triple. Left it short. Illick there for the rebound. Left block for the Eagles. Carson-Newman floats left to right with it in the home whites. 4 minutes, 10 seconds in. Bill Bray, head of the key. Jab step, Jackson defends him. Bill Bray swings it to Browder, head of the key. 2 to the ball on Browder. Passes Bill Bray left wing. Bill Bray, 10 to shoot. Lobs Illick high post. Illick, foul line jumper, off the mark from 15. Fry had the rebound in his paws, but Jackson takes it away from underneath the hoop, and the Pioneers bring it right to left down 3. Jackson through the middle of the lane, zips it for Allen left block. Shot through contact, can't get it to go over Illick. Houck the rebound, bounce feet ahead Browder. Touch pass, Fry running the lane. He throws it down. Count the basket for Khalees Fry. I thought I heard a whistle. No such thing. There was a whistle, pardon me, and it was because a Pioneer went into the student section. 5 straight for the Eagles to grab their biggest lead here in the early going. 12-7 with 14:55 to play in the first half. Tusculum front court. Johnson hands off Jackson, peels into the paint, back around the horn to the right wing, Printup, up top Atia. Show and go, floats left elbow, 15-footer off the mark, back iron. Fry grabs the miss. Eagles sprint front court. Bill Bray down the right side of the paint, through contact. Heavy hit by Printup. Knocked him off his line. Bill Bray misses the right-hand leaner. Pioneers grab the rebound. Tusculum hasn't scored in 2 minutes and change. They trail by 5, 12-7, with 14:23 to go in the first half. 5 straight misses from the field for the Pioneers. Johnson hands off a tee at the free throw line. Chest pass Jackson left corner. Out to Printup left point. Printup, long 2, straight on, back iron, bending, no. Illick rises up to pull in the rebound. Illick ahead to Houck right corner. Houck curls into the paint, cuts to the cup, right hand finger roll, airmailed. Jackson the rebound at the free throw line. 1-on-2. Jackson attacks, stripped by Browder. It's out of bounds and stays with Tusculum. Pioneers, 3 minutes without scoring. Eagles have scored the last 5. 13:56 to play in the first half. 12-7. Carson-Newman leads it. And we're back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Tusculum hasn't scored in 3 minutes. Eagles have tallied a little 5-0 burst to get up by 5. 12-7 with 13:56 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman has missed layups on back-to-back possessions that have featured contact on the drive to the rim. And now the Pioneers have an opportunity to make it a single-possession game and stop a 3-minute scoring drought on this possession. Active hands by Jack Browder to knock a Jackson drive out of bounds. Jackson with it left wing up to Tia at the head of the key. Tia, right point, bounce feed, print up at the free throw line. Back to Tia, right wing, no look, right corner. Allen, three-pointer, back of the 10, no good. Print up got a paw to the rebound, but he knocked it to Jack Browder on the left elbow. Eagles bring it left to right. Pioneers have missed their last 7 shots. Illick head of the key around to Browder right wing against the zone. He shoots an uncontested 3, nearly a wedgie. Uosis offensive rebound. He's fouled taking it up. Nobody boxed out Ivorish Uosis. He shoots down to the right block, collects a look what I found rebound, and draws the first personal on Amari Allen. Second team foul on the Pioneers. 2 free throws for Ivorish Uosis. Carson-Newman hasn't scored in a couple minutes, but they are on a 5-0 run to get up by 5, coupled with this 3.5-minute Pioneer scoring drought. Uosis misses the first free throw long off the heel as Dinaj Kimber and Damian Vukovic check in for the Pioneers, replacing Atia and Wesley Johnson. One more free throw for Uosis. Lines it up. Knocks it down all strings. 6-0 run for the Eagles, 13-7. Carson-Newman by 6. 13:23 to play in the first half. Pioneers front court. Out of the key for Amari Allen against the Eagles zone. Allen around a Kimber right wing. That's Dinaj Kimber. His twin brother Taj is on the bench. Printup. Left corner, Uosis defends him at the base of the zone. Printup leaps, passes, Vukovic left of the paint. He gets into Illick, fires one up, it's off the mark. Allen and Browder scrap for the miss. It's out of bounds off Browder on the left baseline. Second chance for the Pioneers. Not really a 6-0 run, more of a 6-0 waltz, a light traipse. 6 straight for the Eagles over the last 3:45. Pioneers, that's the scoring drought. They've missed 8 straight shots. Looking to snap it on this possession. Left block, Vukovic goes to work inside, kick out Printup head of the key. Drive, dish, Jackson, right wing, triple, Jackson swishes it. So Bryce Jackson stops a 4-minute scoring drought for the Pioneers and cuts Carson-Newman's lead in half, 13-10, 12:37 to play in the first half. Eagles haven't made a shot from the field in 2.5 minutes. Bilbray, high post touch for Illick, back out to Browder left wing. Open look from deep, Browder measures, rattles in and out, no good. Illick offensive rebound, gets it left block, and hits off glass with the left hand. First points for Braden Illick, a 10th rebound for the Eagles, a third on the offensive glass. And Carson-Newman's up 5, 15-10 with 12:14 to go in the first half. It's Carson-Newman's first make from the field, and its last 5 attempts Vukovic goes to work inside, pass out to the perimeter, deflected by Houck, controlled by the Pioneers. Jackson, left wing, measures a long 17'2", toilet bowls out, front side into Uosis's hands. Eagles bring it left to right. Ivris into the front court, right wing, stops his dribble, zips a past Browder in the middle of the lane, spin move right, kick Uosis, right corner, 3-ball, back of the 10, no good. Allen the rebound, left of the lane for the Pioneers. Tusculum down 5, moving right to left. Jackson over to Kimber, right wing, skip it left wing, Jackson. Eagles flash out the matchup zone. Printup at the top of the key, 15 to shoot. Printup drives inside, free throw line jumper, shot put it off the back iron. Uosis reaches up to pull in a left block rebound, and the Eagles sprint left to right. Bilbray turns and passes to Uosis left wing, back to Bilbray between the rings. Bilbray right around an Illick screen to the wing, sends it back to Uosis left point. Left corner, Houck, baseline drive, teardrop, tickles, Twine. Difficulty for Rylan Houck. He finds the bottom of the barrel, and Carson-Newman has its new largest lead of the day at 7. 17-10 with 10:55 to play in the first half. It's a 10-3 run for the Eagles. Pioneers with it front court. One of their last 11 from the field, 25% here in the first half. Kimber, top of the key with 10 to shoot. Kimber drives left on Browder to the block. It's out of bounds. Deflected out by an Eagle. Browder got a power on it, and it sends us to a break in the action. 10:39 to play in the first half. 17-10. Carson-Newman leads Tusculum. We're back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
10-3 run for Carson-Newman to get up by 7, 17-10 with 10:39 to go in the first half. Pioneers, one of their last 11 from the field. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. Pioneer basketball out of the break. 7 on the shot clock to work with for Tusculum. And Kimber will inbound left baseline. Gets it into Vukovic in the left corner. 6 and 5. 4 and 3. Vukovic spins left baseline. 2 and 1. Kick into the right wing. Shot clock violation. Ball back to Carson-Newman. The pass to the right wing found Bryce Jackson, but he had to leap and land. And he needed an extra 2 seconds to get one off there. Pioneers turn it over for a second time. Ball back to the Eagles. Up by 7. Bilbray flips it to Houck right wing. Houck back to Bilbray left point. Two-hand pass into the left corner for Fry. Finds Browder. Free throw line. Takes one step in and feathers in a shot over the sack logo. 12-footer is good for Jack Browder. He's got 9 points. 19-10. Eagles lead by 9. Biggest lead of the day at the 10-minute mark in the first half. 12-2 the run for Carson-Newman, or another 6-0 burst for the Eagles. Pioneers on the offensive end. Kimber left wing, NBA range triple. Back iron, no. Rebound pings around in the middle of the lane. Stamper controls for Carson-Newman. Eagles bring it left to right. Browder, head of the key. Into the left corner for Fry. Back to Browder left wing. Browder. Bounce feed, Houck left point. Out to Bilbray between the rings. Bilbray, skip right corner, Stamper. He tries a triple. Stamper swishes it. Timeout, J.T. Burton. It's a 9-0 run for Carson-Newman to get up by 12. 22-10 with 9:28 to play in the first half. Isaac Stamper makes his fourth three of the season. And Carson-Newman in the middle of a 15-3 run over the last 7 minutes and 17 seconds. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Pioneers have made one basket in the last 7 minutes and 17 seconds. That was a Bryce Jackson three. The Eagles on a 15-3 scoring run in the interim, including 9 in a row over the last 3 minutes. 22-10. Carson-Newman the advantage. Stamper, Browder, Houck, Fry, and Bilbray for the Eagles. Print up the Kimber twins, Vukovic and Jackson for the Pioneers. Vukovic at the head of the key. Hands off to Denaj Kimber. Chest pass, Jackson right wing, back to Kimber left point. 13 to shoot. Denaj Kimber left side of the paint, gets it inside Vukovic, drops the shoulder, rolls it in over his top of Stamper, who built a nice wall. Good defense by Isaac Stamper. Vukovic gets the roll, his first points to stop a 3.5-minute Pioneers scoring drought. Brings Tusculum within 10. 22-12, 8:54 to play in the first half. Eagles front court. Browder, left elbow, kick it to Houck in the left corner. Houck, drive, dish, Browder, left wing, uncontested three, bottom! 12 for Jack Browder. He's 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, and the Eagles are up by 13. 25-12 with 8:35 to play in the first half. Pioneers with it front court. Kimber, right point, out to Jackson left wing, into the low post, Vukovic. Spins left on Stamper, airmails the layup. Houck the rebound, right block for the Eagles. Houck leaps and gets it ahead of Browder, zips it left corner, Bilbray. Baseline drive, pivots out, Stamper right wing. Stamper tries a triple. It's online but strong. Print up the rebound backside on the left block for Tusculum. Pioneers down by 13, 25-12 with 8:08 to play in the first half. Jackson left wing. He's got a three. Left it short. Fry tips the rebound away from Kimber left block. Eagles control, and the Carson-Newman moves it left to right. CN into the front court. Bilbray, right wing, accelerates, right block, zips out Browder, head of the key. Catch three on the way. Bullseye! 15 for Jack Browder. Carson-Newman surges ahead by 16. 28-12, 7:40 to play in the first half. It is a 21-5 run for Carson-Newman. Up 28-12 with 7:30 to play, opening stanza. Pioneers front court. Printup tosses it away. Fry the steal. Goes behind the back. Down the right side of the lane. Lost it going up. Browder corrals. Left block. Blocked by Vukovic. Punched out of his hands. It stays with Carson-Newman. Good hustle play by the Pioneers to get back, but Carson-Newman maintains. 7:17 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 28. Tusculum 12. And we return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
7:17 to go in the first half. 28-12. Carson-Newman up on Tusculum. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Carson-Newman shot 50% from the field. Meanwhile, the Pioneers 5 of 20 from the field. This was a 7-7 ball game, and since then Carson-Newman has outscored Tusculum 21-5, up by 16, the biggest lead of the day for the Eagles. They've got the basketball. Houck to trigger all the way in the backcourt for Matt Bilbray. Kimber could have picked that one off, but it was like a safety playing with his back to the ball. Get to Houck in the left corner. His three's off the mark. Back iron. Kimber the rebound and running front court for the black-clad Pioneers. Kimber, middle of the lane, lob, print up right block, pumps, leans into Illick, draws a foul. Lob was there for print up initially. If that's an oop, it's a jam. Instead, first personal on Braden Illick. A second team foul on the Eagles. And 2 free throws for TJ Printup. 99 of 142 in his Tusculum career at the line, looking for his 100th made free throw. Whitey eyes the bucket and makes career free throw 100 to stop either a 15-2 or a 6-0 scoring run for the Eagles, depending on how you want to look at it, or 21-5. Pulls the Pioneers within 15. Misses the second. Browder reaches up to yank down his 4th board, and the Eagles bring it left to right with a 15-point lead. Bilbray over the timeline, rotates his right index finger in the air to call in the play, and dribbles over to the left wing. Bilbray bounces, left elbow. Rylan Houck get a whistle. Kick ball. That was an on-target kick ball. Rylan Houck received the bounce pass. Shot clock resets to 20. And Bilbray dribbles across the timeline. Center court. Down to Houck left wing. Houck, one bounce, back to Bilbray up top. 10 to shoot. Down to Houck left wing, touch at high post Uosis. Kick into the corner, intercepted by Printup. Printup down the right sideline, stumbling. And he's body bumped by Ivorice Uosis after Carson-Newman's first turnover of the day. It's Uosis's first. 3rd on the Eagles. Pardon me, that's 2 on Uosis. 4th on the Eagles. Missed one on Ivorice earlier. Kimber at the top of the key, into the high post for Johnson. Turns right-hand hook over Illick, thuds off the back iron. Long rebound over top of 4 sets of arms and into Printup's hands. Second chance for the Pioneers. Kimber out of the key, round to his twin brother Taj left wing. Taj left corner, right-hand dribbles around the Johnson screen, fires a long 2 and rattles it in. First points for either one of the Kimber twins. Makes it a 13-point game. 28-15 with 5:55 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Illick, top of the key, around to Bilbray right wing. Bilbray skips left wing, Browder. Browder pump fakes a 3 on Kimber into the high post, Illick. One dribble, bounce feed, Houck, reverse layup, short off the front of the rim. Off the glass, Johnson the rebound, Pioneers sprint right to left. Head of the key, Kimber's 3, blocked by Bilbray, got it back to his twin brother Taj, right wing triple, back iron no, rebound grabbed by Houck, takes it away from Printup, who left over him. Bilbray into the front court, collides with Kimber, whistle, foul on Kimber. At least that's what I believe. Yep. So it's Taj Kimber's first, the 3rd on the Pioneers. And Houck will inbound from the right baseline. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, mobile app and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Bounce feed entry pass went through Jack Browder's arms and bounced all the way to the Pioneer bench out of bounds for Carson-Newman's second turnover. Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes now. Pioneers bring the ball right to left, down by 13 with 5:18 to go in the first half. 21-5 run, the separator for the Eagles in this one. Jackson, high post, Kimber, free throw line, jumper off the mark. Illick rips in the rebound in the middle of the paint for Carson-Newman. The Eagles bring it left to right, looking to halt this scoring swoon. Houck, middle of the lane, 12-footer, doesn't bank in. Johnson, the rebound over the Sac logo. Pioneers bring it right to left, and that ball was nearly into the Eagle Club hospitality area. Not sure if it was Johnson or Kimber who fired the pass, but it was well out of bounds. Ava El Halous, our camera operator underneath that basket, and she had a better chance to make a play on that than any Pioneer did. 28-15, Eagles by 13, but Carson-Newman hasn't scored in 3 minutes. Eagles have missed their last 4 shots from the field. Browder, right elbow, sends it to Houck out of the key. Pump fakes a 3, Takes it right elbow, lost the handle on it, loose ball at the free throw line. Hale snares it for the Pioneers. Third straight possession with a turnover for the Eagles. Pioneers bring it front court and got a whistle and a foul. Charge this to whom? It's on Bilbray, his first. Team's fourth. Shot clock holds at 26 for the Pioneers. Teams that combined one of their last 11 from the field. Eagles up 13 and haven't scored in 3 minutes and 15 seconds with 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes. Atia inbounds to Malachi Hale, right wing. 4-round 1 for the Pioneers against the Eagles matchup zone. Hale, right point, into the high post, Johnson. One right-hand dribble, hands off Amari Allen. Feeds Atia left point. Atia back to Johnson, top of the key. Picks up his dribble, hands off Jackson right wing. Jackson left around a Johnson screen. Fades back to Johnson right wing with 4 to shoot. He heaves up a prayer. It's off the right iron. Browder the rebound on the right block, his 5th. And the Eagles bring it left to right, ahead by 13. Both teams have missed their last 4 shots. Bilbray, left baseline for the Eagles, sends it to Houck left wing. Back to Bilbray left corner. Open look from deep. Bilbray takes it and makes it. Carson-Newman's first points in nearly 4 minutes. And they've rematched their biggest lead of the day at 16. 31-15 with 3:40 to play in the first half. Pioneers front court. Jackson, free throw line, pivots, rotates, fires, 15-footer, no good. Browder elevates for his 6th rebound, middle of the paint. The Eagles bring it left to right. Bilbray head of the key, around up Browder, left corner, catch 3, halfway down and out. Jackson the rebound, middle of the lane for the Pioneers. Tusculum brings it right to left. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Down by 16 with 3:15 to go first half. Hale between the rings. Tusculum shooting 22% from the field here in the opening stanza. Left point, Allen back to Atia, 11 to shoot between the rings. Atia, crossover move, left hand, fires the 3. Bank, not open. Karam's off right side. Bilbray chases down the rebound. Eagles are +6 on the glass, and Carson-Newman moves it left to right. Bilbray, right wing, pulls up, straight up 3, no good. Allen grabs the miss on the right block for the Pioneers. Tusculum brings it right to left, haven't scored in more than 3 minutes, down by 16. Atia, out to Jackson left point. Jackson drives left side of the paint, teardrop over Illick, missed everything. Houck rips down the rebound. Houck leads the break up the left sideline. Bounce for Browder, cutting the basket. Right hand scoops it in off glass. 17 for Jack Browder. He's 6 away from 1,800 for his career, and he puts the Eagles up by 18. Biggest lead of the day, 33-15 with 2:10 to play in the first half. Pioneers looking for their first points in nearly 4 minutes. Johnson, right wing. Dribble handoff for Allen on the perimeter. Lob into the high post to Atia. 10 to shoot. Atia fades, free throw line, swishes the 15-footer. 5 for Jordan Atia. He's 2 for 7 from the field. 33-17, Eagles by 16 with $1:48 to play in the first half. Eagles bring it left to right. Browder, left wing. Browder called for an offensive foul. I didn't think he touched Atia. Officials want to go to the monitor. Brings us to the Under 4 media. So Browder's been called for his first personal. The team's 5th. We step aside for a break with 100 seconds left. 33-17. A 16-point lead for the Eagles. Pioneer ball when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Officials have gone to the monitor to determine if the offensive foul on Jack Browder should be upgraded to a flagrant one live. I didn't even think he made contact. But we'll see if that's the case. As Matthew Queener, David Carter, and Jason Creek observe what's happening. On replay, Browder, there is contact. See an elbow into the sternum, but certainly nothing that would seem to be a flagrant foul, at least from my vantage point. See what the officials say here. They've headed to the bench to discuss things with both teams. And it is being upgraded to a flagrant one because of an elbow to the face. So Tusculum will shoot two and then have the ball. So upgrade it to a flagrant one on Jack Browder because of an elbow to the face. I've got a small monitor here courtside. I need a nice 24-inch monitor to see that. Even on monitor, I didn't think there was contact to the face. So 2 free throws for Jordan Attia, and Tusculum will get the ball back. Attia, collector's items for him. He has not been to the line much this year. 12 of 15. Make it 12 of 16. He misses long off the heel. One more free throw for Jordan Attia. Second one's on the way. This one he swishes. 33-18. Eagles by 15. And Tusculum maintains possession because of the upgraded foul. Pioneers break Carson-Newman's full court press with 93 seconds to go in the first half. Pioneers, one of their last 8. They're 7 for 30 in the opening stanza. Attia high post, dribbles once, left elbow, fades from 15, spins out front side. Fry the rebound. Eagles bring it left to right, 15-point lead with 78 seconds left in the first half. Houck, left baseline, cut off by Jackson. Around to Bilbray at the top of the key. Back to Illick, left wing. Illick measures a triple. Front of the tin, no good. Browder offensive rebound, his 7th collected carom. Eagles reset. Illick, free throw line jumper. Halfway down, out, back in. 4 for Braden Illick. 17 the lead for the Eagles. 35-18 with 53 seconds left in the first half. Pioneers front court. Allen, right around to Johnson's screen. 2 passes. Hale, right corner. Shuffles back to Attia, right wing. Attia runs into Khalees Fry, and Fry whistled for his second personal. The 6th team foul on the Eagles. Shot clock resets to 20. J.T. Burton holds up his left hand with a C to signal in a play call, and we'll see if the Pioneers' 8th-year headman elects to go 2 for 1 here. Shot clock at 20. We need something quick in the next 5 to 7 seconds. Inbounds comes to Allen at the head of the key. Allen, crossover dribble on Bilbray, feeds right corner. Hale steps inside the arc. Long 2, rattles in for Malachi Hale. First points for the Dobbins-Bennett product. 35-20, Eagles by 15. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Eagles will play for the final shot of the first half, and Chuck Benson wants to talk things over. He burns his use it or lose it 30-second timeout. Eagles shot 65% from the field in the meeting in Greenville. They haven't been that hot-handed in this one, but the defensive effort has been sensational. Pioneers 25% from the field, 2 of 10 from 3. And that has allowed Carson-Newman to get separation. It really came in a 10-minute stretch where the Eagles outscored the Pioneers 21-5. Since then, it's been fairly even. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. 19.6 seconds left. Carson-Newman with the basketball. Brown, Illick, Hauk, Browder, and Bilbray on the floor for the Eagles. Hale, Jackson, Allen, Atia, and Johnson for the Pioneers. Bilbray gets the ball in the backcourt and dribbles across the timeline. 14 and 13. Chuck Benson holds up his right hand to hold things up. 9 and 8. Now initiates. Hands off Hauk, right wing. 5 and 4. Hauk turns it over. Stolen by Allen. Allen races front court. Zips it to Atia running middle of the lane. He misses the layup. Illick grabs the rebound, and that is how the first half comes to a close. Carson-Newman turns it over for a 5th time, but Pioneers can't get a transition bucket to go at the buzzer. Eagles 35, Tusculum 20. Headed into the halftime locker room. A high-quality first half defensive effort for the Eagles. Carson-Newman limits the Pioneers to 20 first half points. Fewest points scored by a Carson-Newman opponent in a first half this season. And the Eagles carry a 35-20 lead into the halftime locker room. Eagle Shop halftime report heads your way when we come back after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagle Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime on the Eagle Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagle Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Fry takes it away from him. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, and Carson-Newman carries a 25-20 lead into the halftime locker room. Fewest points scored in the first half by a Carson-Newman opponent this season. Eagles limit the Pioneers to 20 on 8 of 33 shooting. Pioneers 2 of 11 from beyond the arc. The difference came over a 10-minute stretch where Carson-Newman went on a 21-5 scoring run. It was a 7-7 ball game. And after the run, 7-7 came at just under 17 minutes on the clock. And with 7:48 to go in the first half, Jack Browder canned a three to put the Eagles up 28-13. And in that stretch, the Pioneers went 4 minutes between buckets and 3 minutes and 45 seconds between buckets. So Tusculum struggling to get consistent scores in that stretch. And then there was a 4-minute window where the Eagles failed to score from the field, and the Pioneers in that stretch could only get the deficit down to 13. So another run, and you could look at that both ways. Carson-Newman unable to extend the lead out after getting up by 18. But outside of that, it's been a fairly even contest. Carson-Newman leads at 35-20 at the halftime break. Jack Browder doing Jack Browder things, 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The SAC Player of the Year candidate. He needs 6 more to get to 1,800 points in his career. And then you can start to talk about him catching Arnold Mellinger for 7th on the all-time scoring list at 1,826 points. So Browder, the only guy for either team in double digits. He has 17. Matt Bilbray has 6. All of his have come from beyond the arc. Leading scorer for the Pioneers is Jordan Attia. He has 6 points on 2 of 9 shooting, including a 1 of 4 mark from beyond the arc. Adds up to a 35-20 lead for the Eagles at the halftime break. Second half action about 9 minutes away, but before we get there, we'll take you around the league with an Eagle Shop scoreboard update. That's after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
35-20, Carson-Newman leads Tusculum at the halftime break. Earlier to the 4-point fourth quarter to cruise by the Pioneers, 107-80. High-level performance for Jen Sullivan. Premier player of the game from that one with 33 points, 12 of 17 from the floor, and 6 of 10 from beyond the arc. Women's team shot 69% from the field after halftime and dished out 26 assists on 42 made baskets to cruise by the Pioneers 107-80. On the men's side, early days, it is not a good night to be a ranked team in the South Atlantic Conference. Catawba playing host to number 21 Lenore Ryan, and the Indians are walloping the Bears 28-15 with 6:59 to go in the first half. Lenore Ryan 4 of 16 from the field. Carson Daniel has 12 points to lead all scorers. The Indians shooting 57% from the field. And rocking and rolling in that one over in Goodman Gym. Anderson is at Wingate, and at the half, the Bulldogs have an 11-point lead on the Trojans. Wingate 56% from the field, led by 12 points for Alex Godley. Caleb Maccabee has 9 for the Trojans, who did have to deal with foul trouble. A.J. Wright and Osmar Garcia Arroyo, both with 2 personals in that first half. Trojans are 4 of 13 from inside the 3-point stripe. They turned it over 9 times in the first half, and Wingate has an 8-5 advantage in points off turnovers. The smell of burning popcorn here inside of Holt Fieldhouse, just for the record. Elsewhere at the half in the King Center, Lincoln Memorial leads 35-22 at Emory and Henry. Jaden Spearman with 9 points to lead all scorers for the Rail Splitters. At the half, Coker and Newberry are deadlocked at 42. Deuce Jackson has 20 points to guide Coker. And at the end of the first half, Wise a 51-28 lead on Morris Hill. The Lions just 25% for the field in the opening half. Here in Holt, 35-20, Eagles lead Tusculum. Second half action heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Bills top of the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Every day brings new challenges, and those challenges look different for everyone. But no matter what each day looks like, your local energy co-op is here to power every moment. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the field, AEC is committed to bringing you safe, affordable, and reliable power to get you through the day. We are your local electric co-op, and we are here for you. AEC, empowering every day.
(35-20), Carson-Newman leads Tusculum at the halftime break. The smell of burnt popcorn wafts through Holt Fieldhouse. And a packed house, more than 1,000 on hand tonight for Carson-Newman and Tusculum. Eagles up 35-20 at the halftime break. Before we start the second half, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station ID across the Eagle Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside here at Holt Fieldhouse. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Our fantastic camera crew, Mitzi Ayala, Ava El Halou, Will Humphrey, Emma Bowling. Our replay operator, Ian Johnson, and our director, Itzi Ayala. Adam Cavalier, glad you're with us. On a Wednesday night inside of Holt Fieldhouse, 35-20. Eagles a phenomenal defensive effort in the first half. The Pioneers have the basketball to start the second. Allen, right wing, crossover dribble, zips it into the paint. Atia cutting to the basket. He lays it in, counted, and a foul. Count the basket. The foul is on Rylan Hauk with the shove from the rear. It's his first. The first on the Eagles. Atia with 6 points. He heads the line looking to make it an 11-point game, which he does with a swish. 35-23, Eagles by 12. 9:43 to play in the second half. Pass up the floor by Bilbray's intercepted by Allen. Allen spins to the basket, drops it off for a cutter. Layup missed, but a whistle and a foul. More free throws for the Pioneers. Charge the foul to whom? Braden Illick. It's his second, team's second. As good of a start as J.T. Burton could ask for. And one, and now 2 free throws. The Pioneers, who scored the final bucket of the first half. Bryce Jackson rolls in the first free throw. Have scored 6 straight, spanning the halftime break to get it down to an 11-point game. Jackson looking to make it 10, and he does, calmly swishing in his 290th career free throw. 35-25. Eagles by 10 with 19:30 to play in the second half. A 7-0 Tusculum run spanning the halftime break. Bilbray, head of the key, crossover on Atia. Bilbray right around a Fry screen, gets it to the wing. He measures a right wing 3, left it short, front of the 10. Jackson the rebound, right block. Pioneers push tempo front court. Jackson down the right side of the paint. Wild runners airballed. Illick grabs the rebound. His 5th in the middle of the lane. And the Eagles bring it right to left, ahead by 10. Illick, right corner, backs down Allen. Allen knocks it out of his hands and steals it in the right corner. Turnover number 2 of the half for the Eagles, Pioneers front court. Atia out of control, misses the runner. Print-up offensive rebound, leaves that one short. Hauk seizes it for Carson-Newman. Jackson deflects it out of his hands and is out of bounds into the left corner. Carson-Newman ball, and the Eagles, not the intensity that Chuck Benson wanted to see to start this second half. 18:42 to play in the second stanza. 7 in a row for the Pioneers after trailing by 18 in the first half to make this a 10-point game. Hauk between the rings, flips it to Bilbray. Bilbray right around a Fry screen to the wing. Bilbray dribble handoff, Hauk right wing. Out to Illick, head of the key. Allen reaches in and fouls him. Second on Allen. First on the Pioneers. Shot clock resets to 20, and the Eagles have the ball out of bounds in front of their own bench. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Illick for Hauk in the middle of the paint. Drops it off Fry. Fry kicks Illick right point. Illick takes a 3, glances off the left side of the rim. Atia the rebound on the left side of the lane for the Pioneers. Tusculum looks to bring it down to single digits on this possession. Allen, high low to Johnson, right block. Back to the basket on Illick. Two dribbles, fades it back out to Allen right wing. Allen dribbles inside on Browder, slips it inside Printup, drops the shoulder, right hand hook, whistle, foul. Aiden Illick was straight up. Printup took it into his arms, and Illick gets called for his third personal. The team's third. More free throws for the Pioneers, who are 3 of 3 at the line in the second half. 1 of 4 at the field from the field, but 3 of 3 at the line, and looking to extend a 7-0 run spanning the halftime break. Printup misfires the first long off the heel. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins at cneagles.com/modernwoodman to help secure your family's financial future. Second one from Printup, looking to make it a single-digit game. Misses it long off the heel. Fry boxes out the shooter to grab the rebound, and the Eagles stay up double digits. 35-25 with 17:45 to go in the second half. Eagles front court. Browder twists inside. Right-hand finger roll. Missed it. Altered by Wesley Johnson. Didn't get a piece. And he grabs the rebound for Tusculum. Johnson head of the key. Around to the right wing for Jackson. Lost the handle on it. Gets it back at the top of the key. Around the horn to the left corner. Allen. Drop it off inside. Johnson back to the left wing. Attia muscles inside. Teardrop over Stamper. Front of the 10. No good. Houck grabs his 5th rebound. Outlets it ahead to Bilbray in the right corner. Skip it left corner. Fry. Extra pass Browder left wing. Browder shoved by Allen. Whistle foul. That's a third personal on Amari Allen. A second team foul on the Pioneers. Eagles looking for their first points of the second half. 17-13 to go in the second stanza. Eagles ahead 35-25. Pioneers haven't scored in 2 minutes and 22 seconds, but they are on a 7-0 run spanning the halftime break. Houck inbounding. Gets it into Bilbray between the rings. Bilbray. Crossover dribble on Denaj Kimber. Moves right to the point. Drops it off inside. Out of bounds. Last touched by Bilbray. 4th turnover of the second half for Carson-Newman. They had 5 the entirety of the first half. 17:04 to play in the second stanza. Eagles still looking for their first points of the second half. An 0 of 3 start from the field after halftime, coupled with 4 second half turnovers. Printup inside, kicks it out, right wing. Attia a 3, switches it. 10-0 run for the Pioneers spanning the halftime break. They're within 7. 35-28 with 16:45 to play in the second half. Bilbray gets the ball in the backcourt and is pressured by Bryce Jackson. Stumbled, grabs it back. Bilbray across the timeline with a second to spare. Bounces to Stamper, head of the key. Stamper, left hand dribbles down to the left block, stops, flips it out to Houck left wing. Houck, back out to Bilbray with 10 to shoot. Bilbray lobs to Stamper left wing. Stamper tries a triple. Short, front of the 10, Jackson the rebound. Eagles 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second half. Tusculum has scored 10 straight. Eagles haven't scored in 4+ minutes. Printup, middle of the lane, hits the teardrop over the SAC logo from 10 feet out. Pioneers down 5 after trailing by 18. 35-30, 4 minutes into the second half. 12-0 the run for Tusculum, spanning the halftime break. Eagles front court, looking for an answer point. 4 minutes into the second half, still leading by 5. Stamper, head of the key with 10 to shoot. Stamper, chest pass left corner. There's a 3 that won't go down from Houck. A foul away from the basketball. Jack Browder shoved downstairs. Charged the foul to whom? It's on Bryce Jackson, his first. Third on the Pioneers. Come to a break. 15:41 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman leading 35-30, but was once an 18-point Eagle lead, has dwindled to 5. 12-0 run for the Pioneers. We're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
15:41 to go in the second half, a 35-30 lead for Carson-Newman over Tusculum, but the Eagles haven't scored in the second half. Pioneers on a 12-0 run spanning the halftime break. The Eagles 0-4 from the field with 4 turnovers after halftime. Houck triggers into Fry at the top of the key. Printup steals it. Printup off to the races. Stripped going in by Matt Bilbray. He'll have to shoot free throws. Bilbray got him on the arm, his second, team's fourth. 2 free throws for TJ Printup. 5th turnover of the half for Carson-Newman. Printup to the stripe, trying to continue this surge. 1 of 4 at the line tonight. And swishes the first one. You knew the correction would come from a career 70% shooter. 4-point game. 13-0 run for Tusculum. The Eagles still looking for their first points of the second half. Second free throw for Printup. Back iron no. Stamper rises up to pull in the rebound. 13 straight for the Pioneers, including the first 11 of the second half. They're down 4 after trailing by 18. Printup deflects a pass out of Browder's hands. And it stays with Carson-Newman. A turnover a minute for the Eagles to start the second half. Bilbray, left wing for the Eagles. Bilbray into traffic, nearly stripped. Got it back left point. Bounces to Browder. Browder cutting to the basket. Printup whips it out of his hands from behind. Lost it as he hit the deck. He might be a little dinged up as he is late to get up, and the Pioneers rush front court. Tusculum onto the offensive end. Jackson between the rings. Jackson, chest pass, Kimber left point. Back to Jackson right wing. Skip it, Kimber left wing. Bounce it to Johnson left baseline. Back into Kimber's hands, left corner. He rattles in a 2. 15 straight for Tusculum, spanning the half, and what was a 15-point halftime lead for the Eagles is down to 2. Jack Browder called for a double dribble as he gets it front court. Turnover number 6 of the half for Carson-Newman. 35-33, Eagles by 2, 14:41 to play in the second half. But the Pioneers are on a 15-0 run, spanning the halftime break. Eagles haven't scored since Braden Illick's jumper with a minute left in the first half. 6 minutes without points for the Eagles. Jackson off to Kimber left wing. Pump fakes a 3, bounce feed inside Johnson. Turns inside, right-handed hook over, Stampers off the front of the 10. Houck grabs his 6th rebound, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Houck for Stamper at the top of the key. Stamper, left-hand dribbles, picks it up at the free throw line. Bounce feed inside, nobody's home, Printup the steal. 7th turnover of the half for the Eagles. More than a turnover a minute. Tusculum looks for the lead with a 3 on this possession after trailing by 18 in the first half. Bounce feed inside is off of a shoe top. And that's a kick ball, even though there was no intent. Shot clock will reset to 20, and Tusculum will have it out of bounds on the baseline. Stick around for the Domino's postgame report for the selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Stamper's out, Illick's in. Carson-Newman 7 turnovers in the first 6 minutes and 3 seconds of the second half, and an 0 of 5 start from the field. That has allowed Tusculum to erase a 15-point halftime deficit. They were down 18 in the first half. Kimber, head of the key. Kimber, one left-hand dribble, bounces it to Tia right point. Back up top, Kimber. Back to a Tia right wing. Pump fakes a 3, steps inside the arc, shuffles it off, Printup right corner. Printup inside, shoots over Illick, left it strong. Jackson an offensive rebound. Second chance for the Pioneers. Kimber, left wing triple. Back iron, no. Browder's there for his 8th rebound on the left baseline. And the Eagles bring it right to left, protecting the 2-point lead. Bilbray, left point, 15-foot 2. There's Carson-Newman's first points of the second half. Took him 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Eagles up 4, 37-33, with 13-12 to play in the second stanza. Pioneers front court. Kimber, head of the key. Around to Atia, right wing, back to Kimber, left wing. High-low lob to Johnson, free throw line. Faces the basket, swings it out to Printup, left wing. Right around to Johnson's screen. Pass deflected out by Fry into the Carson-Newman student section, and it stays with Tusculum with 10 to shoot. (37-33). Carson-Newman by 4 after leading by 18. Pioneers the 15-0 run, spanning the halftime break. Right corner 3, swished for Tusculum. TJ Printup buries the triple. It's a 1-point game. 37-36, 12:35 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bilbray's fouled by Printup as he drives down the left side of the lane. Second personal by Printup. Fourth team foul by the Pioneers. A 16-2 run for Tusculum. Spanning, or to start the second half, an 18-2 run for the Pioneers. Spanning the halftime break to get within 1 after trailing by 15. Router bounce feed Illick, reverse layup. Strong off the window. Eagles have missed some layups in this one. Pioneers with a chance to take their first lead of the game with 12:20 to play in the second half. Jackson slaloming to the bucket. He connects off the window. Pioneers have erased an 18-point deficit. They have their first lead of the day, 38-37 with 12:10 to play in the second half. It's a 20-2 run for the Pioneers spanning the half. Eagles front court. Illick left wing, bounces to Browder left block. Back to the basket on Jackson. Browder spins into the lane, right hand hook, back of the 10, no good. Johnson seals off Illick for the rebound. Pioneers by 1 after trailing by 18. They're only shooting 30% from the field for the game, but 46% after halftime. Eagles 1 for 8 in the second half with 7 turnovers. That's the reason for this Pioneer comeback. Kimber, right wing with 12 to shoot. Kimber, right elbow. Kick out left wing Jackson. Johnson head of the key. He tries a straight on triple. Back iron, no. Browder's up with his 9th rebound. Eagles bring it right to left, looking to retake the lead. Illick between the rings, off to Bilbray, right wing. Bilbray left around an Illick screen. Pulls up, straight on, 2, left it short. Offensive rebound, Illick out to Bilbray, left wing. Bilbray resets right around an Illick screen, crossover to the left hand, takes it down the left side of the paint, gets underneath the basket, peels out, right wing, Houck, catch 3, bingo! Rylan Houck has 5 points. That stops a 2-minute Eagles scoring drought, puts them back up 2. 40-38 with 10:49 to play in the second half. Old Fieldhouse comes back to life. Johnson into the left corner for Denaj Kimber. Drop it off Johnson left baseline. Size mismatch on Bilbray. Gets it out to Kimber left wing. Back to Johnson left baseline. 7 and 6 to shoot. Bounce it head of the key. Kimber drives inside. Drops it off left baseline. Hale 15-footer rattles in. We're tied at 40. 10:23 to play in the second half. Still haven't hit the under 12 median. Bilbray over the timeline, center court for Carson-Newman. Goes to Fry at the head of the key. Fry finds Browder left wing. Browder chest pass, Illick right point. Illick, 2 right-hand dribbles, a third, hands off Houck right wing. 7 and 6, Houck right baseline drive. Takes it into Johnson and draws a foul. First personal on Wesley Johnson. 5th team foul on the Pioneers. It is a tie game. 9:58 to play in the second half, 40-40. Carson-Newman and Tusculum deadlocked after the Eagles led by 18 in the first half. But a 20-2 run for the Pioneers spanning the halftime break. As this one back in the balance. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
9:58 to go in the second half. 40-40. Carson-Newman and Tusculum are deadlocked. And after the Pioneers went on a 22-2 run spanning the halftime break to counteract the 21-5 scoring run that the Eagles went on over a 10-minute stretch in the first half. We've had 4 ties. We've had 2 lead changes. And you would expect nothing else when Carson-Newman and Tusculum get together. Rylan Houck is at the line, and he misses the first free throw off the back of the 10. One more free throw for Rylan Houck, looking to give Carson-Newman a 1-point lead. Houck, 2 dribbles, puts up the second, and adjusts with a swish. 6 for Houck. 41-40, Carson-Newman by a point with 9:54 to play in the second half. Pioneers onto the offensive end. Swindell into the game for the first time, goes to Hale right wing, drop it off right baseline for Swindell. Backs down Illick, kicks out right corner Kimber. He fires a right elbow jumper. Toilet bowls out right side into Fry's awaiting grasp on the right block. Fry into the front court for Carson-Newman, picks up his dribble between the rings. Fry look to pass, got a whistle and a foul. Illick and Swindell tied up, and Swindell called for his first personal. Team 6th. Shot clock hadn't bled inside of 20, so 22 on the clock. And the Eagles with the ball ahead by 1. Carson-Newman has made 2 baskets after halftime. A Bill Bray jumper and a Houck 3. And outscored 20-6 to start the second half. Colin Brown down the left side of the lane, gets to the left block, gets contact with Jackson and finishes with the left hand off the window. First points for Colin Brown, 43-40. Eagles by 3, with 9:12 to play in the second half. Pioneers front court against the Eagles matchup zone. Swindell free throw line. Takes it down to the left block. Layup strong off the window. Houck the rebound. Gets it ahead to Brown. Brown racing inside. Takes it up on Hale and lays it in. 4 in a row for Colin Brown. Carson-Newman's back up 5. 45-40 with 8:50 to play second half. Pioneers front court. Allen runs to the right block and finger rolls it in. 45-42. Eagles by a triple. 8:40 to play in the second stanza. Eagles front court. Illick, right wing, finds Browder in the right corner. Browder, bounce it to Illick, right block. Back to the basket on Swindell. Turns, right hand hook, 10-footer's good for Braden Illick. 6 for Illick, 47-42. Eagles by 5, 8:17 to go in the second half. Pioneers front court. Hale, right wing, 2 passes over to the left wing for Allen. Back to Kimber up top. Finds Hale right point. Back to Allen left wing. Allen dribbles into traffic at the free throw line. Leaps, got dispossessed, got it back. 9 to shoot. Get it left baseline, Swindell. He attacks Illick. Kick out, head of the key. Hale, straight on. Triple. Back iron, bounces off the underside of the shot clock. It's Carson-Newman ball when we come back. 7:50 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 47, Tusculum 42. Eagles have made their last 4 shots from the field after a 1 of 9 start to begin the second half. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
$7:50 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman a 47-42 lead on Tusculum. It was a 15-point halftime advantage for the Eagles. An 18-point first half lead, but the Pioneers erased it with a 22-2 run spanning the halftime break. Eagles basketball out of the timeout, looking to extend a 5-point lead. Illick, Hauk, Bilbray, Browder, and Brown on the floor for Carson-Newman. Illick has to save in a pass to the top of the key. It's deflected by Brown. He can't control. Tusculum steals it. 8th turnover the second half for the Eagles. Jackson, head of the key. Right hand dribble against Colin Brown. Bryce Jackson left around a screen. Bounce it to Kimber left point. Back to Jackson between the rings. Shuffles off to Kimber right wing. Denage, skip left wing Jackson. Bounce left corner Allen. He's out of bounds. Second turnover of the half for the Pioneers. The 6th of the game. And the ball back to the Eagles, leading by 5. 47-42 with 7:17 to go in the second half. Brown on the point for Carson-Newman, dribbles over the timeline right side, defended by Atia the whole way. Brown stops his dribble, gets it into Bilbray's hands, right wing, loops it to Illick left point. 15 to shoot. Illick out to Hauk, top of the key. Hauk, 2 right-hand dribbles, hands off Colin Brown, cuts north-south of the cup. Brown off-balance runner, won't fall down. Johnson grabs the rebound off the front of the 10. Pioneers sprint right to left, down 5. Atia, head of the key. Down the right side of the paint, pulls up, 15-footer, clanks out, front side, out of bounds. Last touched by whom? I think by Jack Browder. Not see a signal, but Carson-Newman is lining up as if it's Tusculum ball, and that indeed is the case. Pioneers haven't scored in 2 minutes and change. 6:40 to play in the second half. A 47-42 lead for the Eagles. Inbounds into Johnson with a fresh 20 on the clock for the Pioneers. Tusculum resets, right corner Allen. Right baseline drive, zips inside Johnson. Layup up, won't go down. Browder pokes the rebound free, left of the paint. Corralled by the Pioneers, sprint up left corner 3. Well strong off the right iron. Hauk by his lonesome on the right block, grabs the rebound for the Eagles. Drought extends for the Pioneers, haven't scored in 2 minutes. Eagles up by 5. Illick, feed inside, Hauk turns, left hand layup off the block, good for 2. First points for the Eagles in 2 minutes. 49-42, Eagles up 7 with 6:05 to play in the second half. Pioneers with it front court. Atia right of the paint. Jab step on Illick, shoots the 15-footer, missed it long. Hauk the rebound. He's grabbed from behind by Printup. That will put the Eagles in the bonus. That's Printup's 3rd, 7th on the Pioneers. Tusculum 0 of its last 5 from the floor. And a 1-and-1 for Rylan Hauk. He's 1 of 2 at the line today. Hauk to shoot 1-and-1. And a chance to extend this 49-42 lead for the Eagles. Front end is on the way. Hauk missed it long off the heel. Jackson has his 7th rebound for the Pioneers. Tusculum brings it left to right. Allen, right wing, into the right corner for Atia. Atia, drop it off top of the key. Jackson into the high post. Johnson Johnson faces the basket, dribble handoff for Jackson, a left wing triple. Misses off the back of the 10. Bilbray rises up for the rebound. Scoring drought past 3 minutes for the Pioneers. Eagles up 7. 49-42 with 5:25 to play in the second half. Bilbray accelerates inside all the way to the cup. Blocked by Printup. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by whom? It's Carson-Newman basketball with 15 to shoot. Good closeout by Bryce Jackson. He gets credit for the block on Bilbray's drive. Hauk will inbound left baseline, lobs to Illick left wing. Finds Browder. Browder, crossover, dribble in traffic, stops left elbow, bounce it Illick, middle of the lane, teardrop from 8, short front of the 10. Johnson grabs the rebound, his 8th. And the Pioneers bring it left to right. Allen out to Johnson, right wing triple. Johnson swishes it. Timeout for Tusculum. Tusculum's first points in 3.5 minutes come on a Wesley Johnson 3. The 7-footer's effective, 44% from beyond the arc. And it makes it a 4-point game. 5 minutes to play on the button in the second half. Carson-Newman 49, Tusculum 45. We step aside for a break. Return after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Five minutes left in the second half, 49-45. Carson-Newman leads Tusculum. The Eagles are up by 15 at the halftime break, but a 22-2 run for the Pioneers to start the second half. Brought them back into the game, let them take a lead. The Eagles have found some offensive purchase here of late. Carson-Newman 42% from the field for the game. Pioneers at 29%. Full court pressure on for Tusculum. As Brown has the ball in the backcourt, picked up the whole length of the floor by Jordan Attia. Brown across the timeline left side. Gets it to Hauk left point for Illick at the top of the key. 16 to shoot. Illick for Bilbray right wing. Bounce inside. Browder. Overplay defense. Printup intercepts it. It's a 9th turnover for the Eagles. Pioneers with the ball. Front court. 9th turnover in the second half, mind you. 14th for the game. Attia down the left side of the paint. Left-hand leaner won't fall. Browder grabs his 10th rebound. Was collided with. Lost it. And Illick controls for Carson-Newman after a stop. Hauk twisting. Kicking. Bilbray left corner. Out to Illick top of the key. Eagles reset. That wasn't Browder's 10th rebound for the record. Browder drive, layup, blocked by Printup. With a lot of contact, Pioneers control the rebound, bring it left to right. Johnson left open, right wing, tries a triple, back iron no. Browder looks for the rebound, it's saved in, punched into the right corner, and controlled by Matt Bilbray. 49-45, Eagles by 4. 3:50 to play in the second half. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes now. Hauk head of the key. Left-hand dribble, gets it to Browder left wing, out to Illick head of the key. Around to Hauk left wing, he tries a triple. It's strong off the front of the right iron. Attia the rebound and running front court for the Pioneers, trailing by 4. Left wing, Kimber. Taj out to the top of the key, Allen. Dribbles inside, circles up a right-hand circus layup and hits it off the window. 5 in a row for Tusculum. 49-47, Eagles by 2. 3:18 to play in the second half. The Eagles have missed their last 4 shots and haven't scored in coming up on 3 minutes. 6 of 19 from the field after halftime. Illick at the top of the key. Left hand dribbles to the left wing. Stops, passes Halcutt to the key. Around to Bilbray, right wing. Bilbray measures a deep triple. Cash! Matt Bilbray. He's got 11. His third made three of the day. Carson-Newman breaks a 3-minute scoring drought and is back at 5. 52-47 with 2:45 to play in the second half. Pioneers onto the offensive end. Allen into the paint. Drops it off left corner. Nobody's home. It's out of bounds. Carson-Newman ball. Brings us to our final break. 2:38 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 52. Tusculum 47. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
2:38 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 52, Tusculum 47. Eagles have held the Pioneers to 29.5% shooting. Carson-Newman took an 18-point first-half lead with a 21-5 run. Pioneers answered with a 22-2 run in the second half to erase that and grab a lead, and Carson-Newman's had the advantage for the last 7 minutes and change. Eagles basketball up by 5 with 2.5 to go. Brown into the front court. Stumbles, lost the handle on it, got it back left wing. Reset with 15 to shoot. Illick top of the key. Illick hands off right wing. Bilbray cuts north-south, draws a foul. Free throws for Matt Bilbray, 1-1. It's on Denaj Kimber, his first. Team's 8th. Eagles 2 of 5 at the line here today. 2 big ones here for Matt Bilbray with 2:18 to go in the second half with a 5-point lead. You hope it's 2 big ones. Needs to make the first to earn the second. Rims out left side. Carson-Newman 2 of 6 from the line. Pioneers grab the rebound, bring it left to right, down 5 with 2:10 to play second half. Right wing, Bryce Jackson finds Printup right baseline. He shoots a 15-footer. Front of the 10, no good. Brown snares the rebound with elevation. Eagles bring it right to left, ahead by 5 with 2 minutes to go. Houck, right wing. Out to Illick, top of the key. Illick stops, left point. Knocked off his spot, whistling a foul. 1-1. It's on Taj Kimber, his second, team's 9th, so the Eagles will shoot 2 the rest of the way. 109 seconds left in the second half. 52-47, Eagles up by 5. 1-1 for Braden Illick. Illick bends the knees, the front end is up. Short. Eagles 1 of 5 from the line in the second half. 2 for 7 for the game. Pioneers grab the rebound and bring it left to right. Out of the key for Jackson. Underhand flip to Kimber, right wing. Taj, one left-hand dribble, gets it to his twin brother, Denaj, left wing. Back to Taj, right point, 12 to shoot. Jackson into the low post, Printup, bangs, left block, layup, good with the right hand over Illick. 9 for TJ Printup. 52-49, Eagles by 3. 80 seconds left in the second half. Bilbray over the timeline, right side for Carson-Newman. Accelerates to the right baseline, fades from 10, missed it off the front of the 10. Jackson the rebound, and he's fouled by Colin Brown with a reach. First on Brown. 5th on the Eagles. And the officials are going to send the teams to the bench. Colin Brown has been charged with a foul, but the officials want to see, because Brown got hit in the face, if there's anything there. 69 seconds left in the second half. 52-49. Carson-Newman a 3-point lead on Tusculum, led by 18 in the first half, by 15 at the break. A 22-2 run for the Pioneers. Pulled this game back into the balance, and it's been largely back and forth. 4 ties, 2 lead changes. Tusculum did grab the lead for a minute 17 in this one. The Eagles have missed some crucial free throws down the stretch for the conference's league-leading team at La Stripe, shooting 77%, but the Eagles just 2 of 7 at the line today. 28.6% at the Stripe, and 1 of 5. 20% here in the second half. Officiating crew has taken a gander. At present standing, you got a foul on Colin Brown on the loose ball. See what shakes out here. For Jason Creek, David Carter, and Matthew Queener. And it stays a common foul per David Carter. Live, I didn't see anything other than a loose ball collision. Brown trying to reach in and deflect it away from Bryce Jackson. 69 seconds left in the second half, 52-49. Carson-Newman leads Tusculum. Pioneer basketball trying to complete a comeback and split the season series. Jackson zips inside, print up to the left block, reverse layup, it's strong. Illick the rebound for the Eagles in the middle of the lane with under a minute to go. 52-49, Eagles by a triple. Bilbray needs to get it across the timeline. His pass is tipped, it's 10 seconds. 10-second violation, ball back to the Pioneers. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes. A 10th turnover for the Pioneers. Or 10th turnover for the Eagles, pardon me, this half. Officials are going to head to the monitor, I think just to check the clock. 46.2 seconds left in the second half, 52-49. Carson-Newman by 3. Officials have checked the monitor, and they say 48, I believe, on the clock. We'll see as they get the tenths of a second ironed out. 48.5. 20 on the shot clock for Tusculum, trailing 52-49. Jackson over the timeline, center court for the Pioneers. Jackson to the right wing, drives inside to the hoop. Leaner won't fall. Houck tips the rebound and corrals it for the Eagles. Colin Brown has it in the backcourt. Brown sends it to Illick. Illick ahead to Bilbray across the timeline. And Bilbray is fouled by Kimber with 29.2 seconds left. 10th foul for the Pioneers. It's a second personal on Denaj Kimber. A 10th team foul on Tusculum. But the Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. And Carson-Newman has only made 1 free throw here in the second half, 1 of 5. And they've missed the front end of 3 1-and-1s. Bilbray needs 1 to make it a 2-possession game. He eyes the basket, shoots, and misses off the front of the 10. J.T. Burton wants to use a full timeout with 1 more Matt Bilbray free throw. The shot clock is off. Carson-Newman has a 52-49 lead on the Pioneers with 29.2 seconds left. Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes and have missed 6 free throws in this game. 2 of 8 at the line and 1 of 6 here in the second half. This is a Carson-Newman team that inside of 5 minutes this season has shot above board at the line, 78% from the stripe in the final 5 minutes of a game. But here today, Carson-Newman has missed 1, 2, 3 free throws inside of 5 minutes. 1 for 6 at the line in the second half. And in need of one here from Matt Bilbray to make it a 2-possession game with 29.2 seconds left. Pioneers have 1 30-second timeout remaining. Eagles have 2 30s and a full left. Bilbray looking to make it a 2-possession game. Bends the knees. Second one is on the way. It toilet bowls out front side. Pioneers grab the rebound, bring it left to right down 3. 52-49 with 23 seconds left. And Bilbray fouls Jackson on the jump circle. Had fouls to give, not a bad move. Third personal on Bilbray. 6th team foul on the Pioneers. Shot clock is off. 22.5 left. Eagles 52, Tusculum 49 in what has been a war of attrition. Kimber inbounds into the backcourt. Jackson grabs it. Jackson across the timeline. Jackson, left wing, pulls from range, and he swishes it to tie the game. 52-52 with 14.1 seconds left. Eagles basketball. Officials are going to go to the monitor to check things out. Tusculum has tied it at 52 off of a Jackson 3. They put 15.4 on the clock. Chuck Benson says that he thought J.T. Burton called for time. And now Carson-Newman has elected to use a full timeout. 52-52. This game is tied with 15.4 seconds left in the second half. Eagles led by 18 in the first half, by 15 at the break. Tusculum a 22-2 run early in the first half. Flipped this game on its head, and it's been tight tooth and nail ever since. But the Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Carson-Newman has missed 4 free throws inside of 5 minutes, with a chance to put the game on ice. And now it'll be the Eagles with the basketball with 15.4 seconds left, with a chance to win it on potentially the final possession. Arrow favors Carson-Newman. Eagles have a 30 and a full. Pioneers have a 30. 1 timeout left for Tusculum. 2 for the Eagles. For a Carson-Newman team that hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. They look for a consequential basket here with the length of the floor to go. Houck can run the baseline. Tusculum will provide full court pressure. The shot clock above Carson-Newman's goal has malfunctioned. The clock above the goal to our right in front of the student section has malfunctioned for the moment. So So some issues with the shot clock to our right. The issues seem to have resolved. And with 15.4 left, it'll be Carson-Newman ball. A little bonus timeout here for both these teams. All right. All set for basketball. Houck, Browder, Brown, Bilbray, Illick on the floor for Carson-Newman. Johnson, Kimber, Jackson, Printup, and Hale for the Pioneers. 15.4 to go, tied at 52. Full court pressure on for Tusculum. Bilbray gets the inbounds. And the clock above the right side goal has come to a halt again. 10.7 off, and now it's active. There is a cable, a short or something with that clock. Officials stopped it with 10.7 to go, and the Eagles at the hash. So the clock to the right keeps stopping and halting. Got 10.7 seconds left. And the Eagles to get the ball front court. JT Burton wants his team to come over. All right, play it out. 10.7 to go. Clock is correct. Eagles will inbound again. Houck triggers into Bilbray. 8 and 7. Bilbray over the timeline to the right wing. Bilbray pulls for three. Front of the 10, no good. Ball bounces out of bounds in front of Carson-Newman's bench. Tusculum with 1.6 seconds left. JT Burton wants to use a timeout. So a timeout for JT Burton with 1.6 seconds left. 52-52. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Pioneers to draw something up with 1.6 seconds left. Pioneers have rallied from a 15-point halftime deficit. They've outscored Carson-Newman 32-17 here in the second half. Eagles hoping for overtime. Bryce Jackson tied the game with a three from the left wing with 14 seconds left. And these final 14 seconds have taken some time thanks to some issues with the clock above the goal to our right in front of the student section. Kimber will inbound from in front of Carson-Newman's bench. Brown defends Jackson in the backcourt. Inbounds comes to Johnson. He gives to Jackson. Half-court heave. Lets it fly. Off the mark to the right. Headed to overtime. 52-52. 40 minutes. Not enough for this rivalry game. A bonus 5 minutes of basketball for a second straight season between Carson-Newman and Tusculum here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
5 bonus minutes of basketball needed between Carson-Newman and Tusculum. Last overtime game for the Eagles was against the Pioneers at Pioneer Arena last season. Tusculum won that one 90-88 in overtime. Eagles 12-10 all-time under Chuck Benson in overtime games. Tusculum 7-3 all-time under J.T. Burton in overtime games. Illick versus Johnson for the jump. Johnson wins the tip. And the Pioneers start out the overtime session with the basketball against the Eagles matchup zone. Left corner, T.J. Printup. Out to Jackson between the rings. Right around an Atia screen, 13 to shoot. Jackson pivots and pirouettes around. Hits Atia, top of the key three. Blocked by Bilbray, grabbed by Jackson, 7 to get a shot off. Jackson spins inside, hits Atia cutting to the basket. His layup off the underside of the rim. A whistle and a foul. Printup shaken up on the collision going for the loose ball near the timeline. Foul is on Rylan Hauk, his second. Team 7. 2 free throws for Jordan Atia. TJ Printup off the ground, helped to his feet by his teammates. Jackson, Atia to shoot 2. Looking to give Tusculum the lead. Atia 2 for 3 at the line. Atia shrugs his shoulder. 2 dribbles. First free throw. Rattles out front side. Talked about Carson-Newman's free throw rows. 2 of 9. Pioneers 6 of 12 at the line. That's also an impact in this one. Second free throw for Atia. Pushes it up. Swishes it. 1-point lead. Third time that Tusculum has had a lead in this game that they once trailed by 18 in. 53-52 with 4:25 to go in the first overtime session. Bilbray, head of the key. Slaloms right to the paint, drops it off Illick, right block. Illick pivots, right hand hook, swishes it. 8 for Braden Illick. Carson-Newman back in front, 54-53. 4:10 to play in the overtime session. Pioneers front court. Jackson left wing, right around a Johnson screen to the top of the key. Jackson down the right side of the paint, stops, passes, left wing Allen. Allen, long 2, toilet bowls out front side. Brown rises up to pull down his first rebound, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Illick, top of the key, team up 1, 3:45 to play in the overtime session. Hauk between the rings, off to Browder left wing. He hasn't scored of 9 at the line today. Tusculum able to force overtime thanks to 4 misses for the Eagles in the final 5. Wishes one here. His first point after halftime, his 18th of the game. 55-53, Eagles by 2 with 3:38 to go in the first overtime session. 2 of 2 by triple, 3:38 to go in OT. Pioneer basketball. Down by a triple. 3:35 to go in the bonus session. Free throw line for Johnson. Stops at the top of the key. Flips it to Jackson between the rings. Jackson drives right on Bilbray. Down the right side of the paint. Jackson misses the layup. Don't know that he would have got continuation. But you got a whistle and a 4th personal on Matt Bilbray. An 8th team foul on the Eagles. And 2 free throws for Bryce Jackson, a guy that has made about as many of them as anybody in the South Atlantic Conference over the course of his career. 290 career-made free throws. Eyes the basket, shoots the first, and rattles it in. 2-point game, 56-54 Eagles. 3:25 to go in the OT session. One more free throw for Bryce Jackson. He's got 11 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Second one's on the way. Missed 11th rebound. That's 800 for him in his career. 5th guy in school history to hit that. Eagles by 2 onto the offensive end. Illick, right point, open look from deep. Illick takes it, makes it! Braden Illick buries his first 3 of the game. Eagles up 5. 59-54 with 3:02 to play in the overtime session. Jackson attacks the basket. Can't finish through contact with Illick straight on. Browder rises up for his 12th rebound. And the Eagles bring it right to left ahead by 5 with 2:52 left in OT. Bilbray into the front court. Twirling around, Jackson defends him tightly. Off to Illick between the rings. Illick, right hand dribbles against Johnson, right wing. Fakes a handoff to Brown. 2 to the ball, bounce feed. Timeout, Chuck Benson. So Chuck Benson utilizes a 30-second timeout. He's got 2:30s left. And the Eagles
30-second timeout, Carson-Newman. Score Carson-Newman 59, Tusculum 54.
Still have the basketball with 9 to shoot. 2:39 to play in the overtime session. 59-54. Carson-Newman leads the Pioneers in OT. Tusculum rallied from down 18 for the first half, down 15 at the break to force overtime. Eagles ball with 9 to get a shot off. Leading by 5, 2:39 to go in OT. Hauk will inbound. Triggers into Bilbray, right wing extended. 7 and 6, Bilbray, pull up, right wing, triple, bullseye, Matt Bilbray! Eagles up 8, 62-54, 2:29 to play in OT. Eagles looking for a stop. Pioneers with it on the offensive end. Hale, right point. Feeds Atia, right wing. Atia, head of the key, picks up his dribble, feeds Hale, right wing. Contested triple, clanks back iron. Browder there with a 13th rebound. Into Bilbray's hands. 2:10 left in overtime. Carson-Newman 62, Tusculum 54. Bilbray over the timeline for Carson-Newman. Left hand dribbles, 2 minutes to go, 15 to shoot. Bilbray, left around an Illick screen. Stops left of the paint, kicks Illick, left point, 3 ball. Rattling, no! Johnson the miss. Collects the miss on the left block, and the Pioneers bring it left to right. Right corner, Malachi Hale. 100 seconds left, Pioneers down 8. Out of the key for Johnson, sends it to Kimber, right wing. Up top, Atia, open look from deep. Back iron, no. Browder wrenches the rebound. Jump ball, arrow favors Carson-Newman. It's a 6-0 run for the Eagles over the last 100 seconds to take a 62-54 lead with 91 seconds left in overtime. Carson-Newman has outscored Tusculum 10-2 in the bonus session. Pioneers looking for their first made basket of overtime. Full court pressure on for the Pioneers. Inbounds comes to Jack Browder, and he's promptly fouled by TJ Printup. 75 feet the other way for Browder to shoot free throws. 4th on Printup, 12th on the Pioneers. 90 seconds left in overtime. Pressure free throws here for Jack Browder. Bends the knees, eyes the basket. The first one, smooth as silk. 20 for Jack to go along with 14 rebounds for career double-double number 35. Officials are going to adjust the clock to 1:32. Browder a chance to put the Eagles back up double digits with this free throw with 92 seconds left. Tusculum did a wonderful job on him after halftime, scoreless until the overtime session. And now he's got 4 points in the OT. 21 points, 1,798 for his career, and the Eagles have rattled off an 8-0 run, get up 10. Pioneers loose ball, middle of the lane. Illick seizes it into Browder's hands. Tusculum's 8th turnover. Browder splits 2 defenders, gets it to Colin Brown, who dribbles it off of his shoe tops, out of bounds into the Pioneer bench. 74 seconds left. Carson-Newman 64. Tusculum 54. And J.T. Burton will utilize his 30-second timeout that came from heading to overtime. 64-54. Carson-Newman by 10. Eagles looking to sweep the season series with the Pioneers for the first time since the 17-18 season. Been 8 years since Carson-Newman last took 2 from Tusculum in the regular season. And it has been adventurous. Eagles used a 21-5 run in the first half to get up 18. Carson-Newman led by 15 at the break. You knew J.T. Burton's team would not quit. The Pioneers, a 22-2 run to start the second half to get back into it. It was back and forth for the remainder of the second half, and the Eagles didn't hit their free throws down the stretch. 0 of 4 inside of 5 minutes. That left the door open. Bryce Jackson hit a 3 with 14 seconds left to force overtime. But the Eagles have outscored the Pioneers 12-2 in the bonus session. Malachi Hale out to Atia left wing. He pump fakes a 3, steps inside the arc, shoots a 15-foot 2 from the left point. It's off the mark. Bilbay tracks down the rebound, bounces it ahead to Illick, sends it to Browder. Browder down the right side of the lane, goes in and kisses it in off glass. Some mistletoe in Holt Fieldhouse puts the Eagles up 12. Pioneers miss a 3 from Jackson on the other end. Brown rises up for the rebound. 47 seconds left. Jack Browder fouled in the backcourt by Jordan Atia. First personal on Atia. 13th foul on the Pioneers. A dominant overtime session for Carson-Newman. Pioneers, all the credit in the world for rallying from down 18. But the Eagles have outscored them 14-2, make it 15-2 as Browder buries the free throw with 46.8 seconds left. 1,800 career points for Jack Browder, 1801. 68-54, Eagles by 14. 16-2, Carson-Newman has outscored the Pioneers in the overtime session. 35 seconds left. Printup out to Atia, right point, around a Hale for a right wing 3. He buries it in front of his former high school teammate Jack Browder's face. 68-57, Eagles by 11, 29 seconds left as Brown races front court. Brown hits Illick between the rings. 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock. Browder has the ball, defended tightly by Malachi Hale. And Browder's fouled by Hale. First on Hale. Dobbins-Bennett on Dobbins-Bennett. Those two won a state title together. 14th foul on the Pioneers from the second half of the OT session. More free throws for Jack Browder with 25 points and 14 rebounds. Browder leaves the free throw short. His first miss on his 7th attempt. 17.1 seconds left in overtime. 68-57, Eagles by 11. Second one, Browder, silky smooth, buttery smooth even. 69-57, Eagles by 12, 15 seconds left. Pioneers onto the offensive end. Jackson, a left corner 3. Karams off the back iron, printing up an offensive rebound, flips it into the right corner. Hale tries a triple. He swishes that one with 4.5 seconds left. Inbounds comes to Rylan Houck. Houck dribbles it over to Bilbray in the right corner. Buzzer, ball game, done, dusted. Eagles win. Carson-Newman sweeps the season series with the Pioneers for the first time since the 17-18 season. It was adventurous, and it took overtime. But a sensational final 5 minutes from Carson-Newman paves the way to a 69-60 win for the Eagles over Tusculum. Carson-Newman has swept the season series for the first time in 8 years. Carson-Newman improves to 11-8 overall, 6-7 in South Atlantic Conference play, while the Pioneers fall 8-11 and 4-9 in league play. Domino's postgame report headed your way when we get back after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
We're going to get backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with two hands.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family owned and operated coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We welcome you back courtside to Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman wins at Dandy. 69-60, Eagles victorious in overtime over Tusculum to sweep the season series with the Pioneers for the first time since the 17-18 season. Eagles get the job done in a wacky and wild one. I don't think you would find it surprising that this game headed to overtime, given these teams' competitive natures. But I think the path to this overtime session Certainly unexpected and unusual to a degree, and I'll explain that in a moment. It started over a 10-minute stretch in the first half where Carson-Newman rattled off a 21-5 run. Eagles built an 18-point lead in the first half, limited Tusculum to 20 first-half points, the fewest points allowed in a half of basketball for the Eagles all season. But obviously, that didn't stick. Carson-Newman was ahead 35 to 20 at the halftime break, and then the Pioneers heated up. Tusculum used a 22-2 run, spanning the halftime break to get back into it, bring the game back into the balance, and the Pioneers would take a lead on a number of occasions in the second half, and did so early. They had grabbed a lead by the 10-minute mark of the second half, and it was tied 40-40 with 9:58 to go. And then the Eagles eased away. They were up by 5, 52-47 with 2:38 to go in regulation, and then didn't score the rest of the way. Carson-Newman missed the front end of 3 1-and-1s, and Bryce Jackson hit a 3 with 14 seconds left to tie the game. Matt Bilbray's 3 from the right wing with 2 seconds left was short, and that brought us to the overtime session. Not a surprise that Tusculum rallied. The Pioneers have come back from double-digit deficits 18 times under J.T. Burton in his 8th season at the helm of Tusculum's program. And then in the overtime session, it was all Carson-Newman. The Pioneers started 0 of 8 from the field. Tusculum did not make a shot from the field in the overtime session until there was under a minute left. And the Eagles outscore the Pioneers 17-8 in the overtime session to secure the season sweep of the Pioneers. It was a 12-0 run for the Eagles before the Pioneers found the bucket in the overtime session. And Carson-Newman wins it running away by a final score of 69-60. Here on the Domino's postgame report, I'm Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson.
Cav, hold on.
I
need more volume on this, please.
You need more volume.
A day like today is deserving of something. Let me be the first to introduce you.
Oh, boy.
To this.
Oh, boy. We've got two. Is this a Georgia Boy sausage?
Georgia Boy sausage, onions,
you got
mustard.
Georgia Boy
homemade
sausage,
mustard.
A homemade mustard.
Peppers.
Any onions or just peppers?
Onions and peppers.
Onions and peppers.
Onions and peppers.
That is the holy grail right there, Chuck Benson.
I need a little more volume, Cav. I got to take glasses off. Something bad could happen.
More in his ears.
Oh, my gosh. Look at them buns.
How's that?
Oh, yeah. Look at them buns. Look at that.
That's a good looking. That's a high quality. Chuck going straight in. You're not even letting me set the table. And Chuck lovingly inhaling that Georgia Boy sausage. We'll wait. I don't like that you did. I think you leaned off frame for the YouTube video, so I need you to come to the right when you take your next bite.
Please.
I'm going to sample as you're answering my first question.
What's the
question? Which is great because I can snack for a while.
Yes.
Mercy, Chuck. One, you knew Tusculum was going to rally in this one. Let's bring your mic a little bit closer from avoiding all the hot dog juice, even though that's not a hot dog. You knew Tusculum was going to rally. No, you can wait a second.
That was really good.
You can wait a second. You knew Tusculum was going to rally in this one. That 15-point halftime lead, your least favorite type of lead.
Hated it.
But the overtime session, goodness gracious, when it came down to winning time, your team delivered. What'd you see from your side in this one to not be denied and pick up a win?
Well, first of all, credit to Tusculum, man. They came out and caught us off guard with their man defense. They've not been really using that lately. But I could tell and I knew JT would, man. He was.
Man. Look at
Yes.
that.
Yes. Here, wait, Kev. Here. Oh, there you go.
One bite, and I've already got
How
it.
did you destroy the thing? You grabbed it like a toddler. Isn't that good, though?
That is so good.
Isn't that good? I knew JT would get him riled up, man. And so coming out the second half, they just got up in us, and our response was less than what I'd hoped it would be. And it goes from being a 15-point lead to a game for the next, 35 minutes, including overtime. Down the stretch, between the adversity they created and the adversity we created for ourselves. We couldn't make a free throw there late.
Yeah.
I think we probably could have ended it in regulation had we done that. But our guys, I challenged them going in like, hey, man, let's really play with confidence today, and let's just demonstrate resiliency, man, when we face adversity. It's going to be an adverse competitive match today. And our guys did that, and I'm proud of them for showing that, because that's always a step in the right direction for a team when you realize, you know what, it's going to be hard, even if it early on might feel like it's going to be easy. Games are always won the second half. Tones are set the first half, but games won the second, and we were able to do enough things, especially in overtime, to get that win that we needed. Hold on, Kev. I don't like anything about this. You're holding that too long.
I was going to finish that whole thing. I wanted more of an answer.
You needed another question posed.
No, I wanted you to talk more.
Good gosh.
That
man.
is, I must say, that might be the best tubed meat I've ever had.
You kidding me?
That is a
Tubed meat.
Tubed meat.
I'm trying to set this up for you perfect, Kev.
You're not on mic. You're just going up. There you go. Get you a big Horkin bite of that. All right, that is a legit.
The bun
That is
contain the wiener.
You have a dollop of mustard on your nose.
That bun
can't hold it.
That's
can't hold it.
We need industrial strength buns for that Georgia boy dog.
That is truly. I mean, that homemade mustard.
Fantastic.
I need a bottle of it delivered to me.
I can make that happen. Ooh. I know the guy that distills that beautiful magic.
Goodness.
Yes.
Tusculum, you bring up the defense. Did a phenomenal job on Jack Browder, especially after halftime.
Yeah.
But he does get his, especially at the line in the overtime session, to help create some separation. Break down the stick-to-itiveness from Jack to finish another beefy double-double, 26 and 14, to ultimately deliver the final blows and get you over the hump in overtime. Now, wipe that mustard off your nose. Let me go ahead and answer.
Well,
this better be a lengthy answer because I got a few.
I thought our defense for the entire game, we met our number one target. We met it in an exceptional way. We'll keep that in-house, and we rebounded the ball well. To beat them on the glass by double digits in 2 games is really difficult to do because they are an elite rebounding team, and I know JT prides their team in that. But I thought our guys did that very well, and our defense, they made shots, man, and we had a couple breakdowns, but credit to them, they made some big shots, and even the shot there to go into overtime was heartbreaker kind of deal. But when it got right down to it, you just knew Jack. The idea that we could get 2 this season from them, I think really motivated Jack. And I think after our last weekend's game at Catawba, where he struggled some, which he doesn't typically do, I thought today was a chance for him to get back and really, really perform in a way that sent the message that he's a consistent guy that performs at an elite level 99.9% of the time.
You brought up the defense.
Did you say defense? Or did I just start talking about it?
You just started talking about it.
I was so confused.
I asked you about. Well, you've got the meat sweats already, so I don't fault you for the distraction, I suppose, especially with that glorious Georgia boy dog hanging out in front of you.
Could the Georgia boy dogs be an official sponsor?
I'm willing to make a trade.
Well, I'm
willing to make a trade. That is genuinely. I've not had. That's the whole package.
It really is.
That is the whole package. Again, I love a brat with a brown mustard and onions and green peppers. That is my favorite
presentation of a tubed meat. I'd be willing to exchange airtime for.
I don't know what would it really benefit a sausage company in South Georgia.
Doesn't matter. It's benefiting.
Yeah, for sure.
Our bellies.
Yes.
You brought up the defense. I want to talk about it more. Tusculum shoots 28.6% from the field. Really made a difference in the overtime session, where they didn't make a shot from the field until inside of a minute, when the game was kind of out of balance. What did it take to do that? Was it pure just execution of the scout?
Our guys were a little frustrated down the stretch. But as I told them, I said, here's what's going to happen. We're going to win this game in regulation, or we're going to win it in overtime. We're going to win this game one way or the other. I tell you, we're deflated, very deflated after it going into overtime. But I said, let's shake that off. That's in the past. We're not going to regret anything. We're going to be in the moment right now, present to do the job. And I think our guys came out of the huddle and delivered on that request. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Tusculum is a hungry team, but I thought our players also got a big boost, man, from our Holt fans, the Mossy Creek Maniacs. Several other sports teams were here. That group across from their bench, comprised, I'm guessing, mostly of football players, were out of their minds. But they really, I thought, applied extra pressure to Tusculum's bench and staff and guys on the court, and it was fuel for our guys.
It was an interesting crowd, kind of ebbed and flowed as teams were getting out of practice. But football was late arriving, but definitely made an impact once they showed up in force in the second half. Talked about Jack Browder. Rylan Hauk has a stat sheet stuffing night with 8 points. He matches a career high with 10 rebounds. And he has a new career high with 6 assists. What did he do to add value on a night where he didn't score as heavily as he has in the past 3 games?
He added consistent value in all those other areas. I got this sauce now on the spongy tip of the.
You've ruined a pop filter. But you know what? I'll accept it for 2 things: the dog and the win.
There you go. I mean, there's been 4 games now where he's shown consistency, which suggests his confidence is getting higher and higher. And I think our guys collectively are figuring out how to play better basketball together. But, you know, he played I don't know what my glasses are.
You're out of sorts.
Yeah, I've got – I mean, look at this stat sheet. Dog juice, mustard, and pepper.
You can't say I don't come prepared. I've got the Tide whiteout pen.
Rylan played 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Jack 45 minutes. Bill Bray 42 and a half. We played our most seasoned veteran players the most minutes, and he delivered in ways other than just putting the ball in the basket, even though he did still put the ball in the basket.
43% shooting for your team as a whole, but 4 or 5 in overtime. What clicked offensively for the final 5 minutes?
I mean, there was pressure for both teams. But I thought we scored 17 in overtime. They're 8.
Yeah.
We had some really stingy defense in that 5-minute stretch. But I think we had some guys make some big shots too. Bill Bray, Jack, Illick. Some guys make some big shots. And so credit to them for stepping up in those moments and coming through with that.
Bryce Jackson has been one of the more reliable scorers in the South Atlantic Conference in his career. He finishes in double figures with 11 and obviously had the massive basket to force overtime. But he gets to 11 on 3 of 14 shooting. What did you do to make life difficult on a guy that's a 1,000-point scorer for the Pioneers?
Well, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy. And we told our guys, like, you know, he's one of, if not their best player. So let's try to impact his confidence by contesting and sort of relentlessly having hand game in his sort of in his space. I thought our guys did a pretty good job of that. But you knew, like, there at the end, He jumped up and made that three going overtime. If there was a guy on that team that was going to do it, it would be him. And we sort of had some breakdowns in the execution part of that, and credit to them for knocking down the shot man.
This game always brings a level of emotion to it.
Yeah.
Break down the emotions of this one to get over the hump twice against the Pioneers.
Well, I mean, we know what this game's about, and we knew that it was going to be challenging, and because we won the first one, we knew they would be extra excited and committed this game. They were coming off a good road win at Coker.
Yep.
We're coming off a tough loss at Catawba, so everybody was sort of in different places, but ultimately credit to our guys. Credit to our guys with finishing. But I mean, I knew what this game was going to be, man. We'll go down up 15th to half. There wasn't anything about me that thought, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. It was the opposite. I was truly anxious to come back out the second half, because I knew, especially when they came back to the court like late, I knew there'd been some inspiration delivered downstairs.
Tight turnaround now. Second straight week where we're doing the thing where you play the Saturday game. He's got to go in for the remnants. Chuck Benson needs his onions and peppers.
These are the fixins.
Before we finish this
just
up.
the fixins.
But Coker comes in here now. We have moved up tip by 24 hours. It'll be 2 o'clock for the women on Friday and 4 o'clock for the men. Playing overtime, an emotional, extensive game. Coker arrives in here ahead of the weather on Friday. How do you contend with the tight turnaround? And the Cobras, who fell by 9 on the road at Newberry today.
Well, I mean, we're gonna put our attention tonight as a staff towards Coker, and then we are gonna have a preparation practice tomorrow, and then come out here and compete again on Friday. It's in all of our best interest, but especially Coker's. I guess the weather in South Carolina, the forecast down there is even more extreme than here in East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. So we need to do the right thing and be good hosts and let them get in and out of here quickly so that there's no problems in the travel and the transport of our student athletes. So it's the right thing to do. Would it be better if we're able to have an extra day Friday to prep? Yeah, it'd be great. But both of us played tonight, so nobody's really gaining an advantage there. We're just glad we get to play another game here at Holt, especially after a good solid win.
One final one before you leave. Normally I lead with this after a tight game, but you presented the Georgia Boy sausages, so I didn't get to do that, but I do want to finish with it. We'll go back to little Ken Sparks' line.
Yeah.
How's your heart after this one?
Well, there were a couple different points there that I actually was asking myself that, because I was sort of like, man, look at this hole we dug ourselves. But I'm gonna continue to believe that we are going to find a way. I took solace in believing in our guys and feeling like that I tell them, man, we've gone through the process of forming, storming, and now we're in that norming, performing kind of mode. And I said, I think we're going to go into that and perform well, and we did that despite some of the setbacks.
Chuck, pleasure. We'll talk again Friday.
Great. Thanks, Kevin.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Domino's postgame report rolls on. We've got Rylan Houck. I believe we've got Jack Browder. That's all headed your way when we return after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
All right, back on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman collects a wild 69-60 overtime win over the Tusculum Pioneers. We'll turn things now to our AEC electrifying play of the game, and we'll give it to Matt Bilbray, who hit this three to create a little bit of separation late in the second half.
To the left wing. Stops, passes Houck out of the key. Around to Bilbray, right wing. Bilbray measures a deep triple. Cash! Matt Bilbray.
That is our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, member-owned and service-driven, bringing value to everyday life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Adam Cavalier joined courtside here on the Domino's postgame report by the assister of our AEC electrifying play of the day. That was Rylan Houck. Rylan, you set a career high, 6 assists, match a career high with 10 rebounds, and I would be willing to bet those pale in comparison to a 69-60 overtime win over the Pioneers. You mentioned it during the break, and the framing is correct. You scored 17 points the entirety of the second half and 17 points the entirety of the overtime session. What did it take to regather, find footing, and win this one running away in overtime?
Yeah, for sure. I think we had a game plan coming into this one, which we saw a lot in the first half, preparing for their zone for the past 3 days, and that's kind of what we were expecting. And I think the sad reality of it was we were a little thrown off guard when they went man, and they kind of did that throughout the rest of the game. And I think we weren't kind of ready for that, which is, a good part of problem on us, and we have to be prepared and ready to switch back and forth. But I think the biggest thing that you can get from this is we prevailed. We fought through some crazy adversity. I mean, only scoring 17 in the second half and still being able to get that game to overtime, no matter how much we were up at halftime, is crazy. And then Coach told us going into overtime, final 15 seconds left of the game, he said, we're either going to win this game now or we're going to win it in overtime. And just having that confidence in us, I think we went out and played very confidently and aggressively and ended up getting it done.
No shock that a game between Carson-Newman and Tusculum turns into a defensive war of attrition, but you limit the Pioneers to 28.6% shooting for the day and hold them 2 of 10 in the bonus session, and they didn't make either of those shots until the final minute. What did it take to provide that level of defensive effort against Tusculum?
I think as the season has gone on, that has become more and more of our identity. Defense travels. You can have defense show up every single night, and so that's something we've kind of hounded in on. And we know we have guys who night in and night out can guard. And so I think we've seen vast improvements of that as the season has gone on, and that's something that we really got to experience tonight. You can't always depend on your offense. I mean, 17 points in the second half is a perfect example of that right there. But you can always count on your defense and the principles that comes with that.
I would argue the shot making was still there in the second half. It was turnovers that were the issue. I think 7 came in the first 6 minutes and 15 seconds of the second half. Was the ball insecurity a byproduct of their switch to man?
For sure. I think that's something that they did when we were over there. we kind of got 20 minutes in the first half basically of all zone, and then coming out of the second half they went man on us. And we had some silly turnovers, but I think we got really backdoor with them. I think they kind of switched their game plan up a little bit, kind of got into us, pressured us, as a lot of teams have done this year. And so I think just the way that they played and the style that they played was different from the first time, and I absolutely think you're right. The ball security is really kind of what messed us over in the long run.
Tight turnaround. You played a career-high 45 minutes today, and because of weather, we've moved up tip-off with Coker to 4 p.m. on Friday. So 48 hours to get ready for Nick Pasqua's Cobras. How do you improve upon this one with the second straight home game to finish the month and Coker coming to town?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of lessons from each and every game. There's definitely a ton that we can learn from this one and build upon. I think, we have to be able to defend like we were able to defend tonight, be able to take care of the ball, be able to execute offensively, get out and run in transition, and just be who we are. Maintain our identity. We talk about our 5 core values, and just allow that to be who we truly are. And if we carry that on throughout each and every game, I think we'll like the result.
All right, Rylan, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate you.
That is Rylan Hauk, 8 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists for Rylan tonight. We've got our premier player of the game, Jack Browder, to the microphone. After we break down these scores from around the South Atlantic Conference, earlier today, Carson-Newman's women victorious over Tusculum, 107-80, behind 33 points from Jen Sullivan. How about this one? This just went final, which I don't understand. Catawba prevails at Goodman Arena, unbeaten at Goodman Arena, 87-78 over Lenore Rhine. Bears only shot 32% from the field in the first half. Catawba, classic Catawba things, committed 15 fouls in the second half. Only shot 27.8% from the field. Jack Browder is going to come in for the interview, but, he hit the woo. We'll finish the scores, but any other utterances by Jack, we'll go ahead and just capture on air. 27.8% shooting from the Indians in the second half, but they get 24 points from Jordan Simpson, 5 of 12 from beyond the arc. Carson Daniel, a career-high 24 on 7 of 11 shooting, and the Indians win at home by 9, 87-78. The other ranked game features a comeback by the ranked team. Anderson trailed at the half at Wingate, 35-24, but the Trojans respond with a quality second half and outscore the Bulldogs 41-25 after halftime to pick up a gritty little 65-60 win over the Bulldogs. Anderson, how about this? Had 10 turnovers at halftime, did not turn the ball over in the second half. And that, coupled with a 20 of 28 effort at the charity stripe, is what paves the way for the Trojans to win. They were 16 of 23 at the line after halftime. Caleb Maccabee, a flawless 4 of 4 from the field to lead all scorers, 4-4 from beyond the arc to lead all scorers with 14 points. Lincoln Memorial has just gone final. How on earth are these games just going final when Carson-Newman played an overtime game? Rail Splitters win it over Emory and Henry 77-68. Ian H. shot 53% from the field, but turned it over 18 times. Lincoln Memorial a 21-4 advantage in points off turnovers to make up the difference. Nate Mims had 25 points to lead all scorers. Carson-Newman's next opponent, Coker, fell at Newberry 84-75. That game was tied at the half, but Newberry limits Coker to 37% shooting after halftime. 2 of 13 from beyond the arc. It spoils a 32-point night from Zundre Deuce Jackson for the Cobras. He was 10 of 19 from the field, 10 of 17 from the free throw line. Makai Rivers led Newberry, who shot 53% from the field, with 21 points. And the final game on the docket tonight on the men's side, Mars Hill at UVA Wise. Wise got up big at the half, 51-28, and then stiff arms Mars Hill 81-65 at the Pryor Center. Cam Roberts, 19 points on 8 of 15 shooting to go along with 6 rebounds. Yoro Diallo, stat sheet stuffer night, 8 points, 11 boards, and 6 assists for UVA Wise, who shoots 46% from the field and buries 11 of 28 threes. Adam Cavalier alongside Jack Browder on the Domino's postgame report. Jack is our premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Jack, I think if we were to say before the game that this was going to be a 69-60 overtime win, that wouldn't be surprising.
No.
But the pathway to this one is certainly incredibly unique.
Yep.
Got up by 18, had a 21-5 run in the first half to build that lead, and then didn't score for the first 6 minutes and change of the second half while Tusculum went on a 22-2 run. You know JT Burton's teams have the capability to rally, which they did, but you had the final punch.
I'm completely distracted by this dog, Kev.
You like
that
puppy?
That's a pretty dog, yeah. Sorry.
I mean, it is a very pretty dog.
It's a very cute dog.
That is a cute dog. I mean, yeah, you might have to get you one of those,
I
Jack.
know.
I mean, that'd be the thing to do. Through the final punch in overtime, break down the ebbs and flows of this game. A classic Carson-Newman Tusculum game, and how wild it was, but you end up sweeping the season series for the first time since 2017-18.
Yeah, I mean, they came out and punched us in the face second half. I don't think we responded well at all. But after that initial punch, I think we responded incredibly well, sticking out the rest of the first half, finding a way to just keep our heads. I mean, first half was obviously the first half. We came out hot. Ball movement, trusting each other, really torched that zone a little bit. They got out of it, and I'm proud of our guys for being able to withstand this punch, especially at the end of overtime where they have the momentum going into it. We were able to overcome a lot of adversity today and still find a way to win. So against Tusculum too, like that's just not. It's never going to be an easy game, especially if we've won. If we've won one, it's going to be gritty for the second. Like there's.
It's always gritty, but it's especially gritty when. Mm-hmm. When a JT Burton coach team is down double digits against Carson-Newman, it's the recipe for Tusculum to play its
They start
best
hitting
basketball.
every shot and start grabbing every board, and we turn it over.
You said you didn't like the response in the second half.
The initial response.
The first 7 minutes, I guess.
Yes.
Where did you find as a team the response after they'd made it all the way back and had taken a lead?
I think just we slowed it down a little bit, found our pace against what they were doing against us, and then I think it goes back to what something CB said in the locker room right before we went up. He said we just got to play with 40 minutes of confidence, and I think that if we hang our heads for even a second after that first punch, I think that they're going to come out and just it's going to keep going bad. It's keep going down. It'll be like my freshman year when they go on a run and then all of a sudden we're down by 25 and we can't even come back. So us being able to withstand that punch and have the confidence to continue play the game and do our thing, be us, is something I'm very proud of. And I think that our team needs to look at this and build extreme confidence because that's about as tough as it's going to get for the rest of the year. That's about as big of a haymaker as we're going to get.
You scored 17 points in the first half, scoreless in the second half on 0 of 4 shooting. And then finish with 9 in the overtime session. Obviously, Tusculum switched defenses and played man for the second half. How did you keep your own head to be able to deliver the knockout blows in the overtime session?
Yeah, just trusting the process. I wouldn't say that I kept my poise 100% in that second half, but I didn't let it drag into overtime. But Tusculum did a great job of doing certain things to get me, put me in tough spots, just not being able to get the ball in my hands. And that just, beyond that, it just gives an opportunity for my teammates to have confidence and trust the process and do their thing, which they did. So I'm extremely proud of our guys for being able to withstand that. And that's something that that was Catawba-esque in the second half. And I think we, besides the initial punch, I think we handled it well.
You have been one of the premier scorers in the South Atlantic Conference over the last 3 years. One of the other guys who's been right there with you at the top of the table has been Bryce Jackson. He's limited to 11 today, 3 of 14 from the field. That's a 1,000-point score. What'd you do to make life difficult on the Pioneers' star scorer?
Yeah, just putting a little bit more emphasis on him. Just doing the scout that the coaches say. Our zone did really well today against what they were trying to do. It sort of limited him, and then our guys just did a great job of contesting all shots, and I think that's just all it was. We just put an emphasis on contesting all shots, and I think we did a pretty good job of that for 40 whatever minutes, however long overtime is.
45.
45.
So, shockingly, it is not your career high for minutes played. 46 at LR last year, for the record. But you do have a tight turnaround. Moved up 48 hours. Moved up 24 hours. Now 48 hours. The turnaround to get ready for a Coker team that has been starved for wins.
Yep.
How do you utilize, especially the defensive effort in this one, to prepare for a Coker team that no doubt will be hungry on Friday?
Yeah, 100%. You said it. They'll be hungry. We've already played them once. They made it tough, extremely tough at their place. They're going to come to us and also have a tight turnaround. So that's going to be tough on both of us. Just recovering the right way, doing smart stuff tomorrow, obviously for all of us. And then prepping the right way, that's most importantly, just trusting the scout, trying to get all the information that they'll throw at us tomorrow and on Friday, and play with confidence going into there.
Jack, pleasure. We'll talk Friday.
Thank you.
That is our premier player of the game, Jack Browder, as Carson-Newman prevails over Tusculum. Final score 69-60 in overtime. The Eagles, we have shuffled the entire weekend schedule because of the winter weather that is due to hit Mossy Creek here over the weekend. There is no longer softball to be played at the Vic on Saturday and Sunday. The Carson-Newman Classic with Carson-Newman Concord and Kentucky State has been canceled, and Carson-Newman Baseball's series with University of Charleston is no longer a series. It is a double header. So our next presentation of Carson-Newman Athletics comes your way. A morning game, 11:30 a.m. first pitch to start the season between the regular Eagles, Carson-Newman, and the Golden Eagles for the University of Charleston. Ran at the Crow, lock into her at 11:30 a.m. on the Eagle Sports Network, online at cneagles.com/live, and also on the video stream on Flow Sports. And then we have basketball for you Friday afternoon, programming change on the airwaves. It'll be on Talk 106.3 instead of Mix 105.5. We are on the air at 1:45, 2 o'clock tip for the women in a battle for first place, and a 4 p.m. tip for the men on Friday afternoon. For our entire cast and crew who braves the cold, and a 69-60 win for the Eagles over the Pioneers. It is our director, Itzi Ayala, our replay operator, Ian Johnson, our camera crew, Emma Bowling, Will Humphreys, Ava El Halou, and Mitzi Ayala, and, of course, Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Once again, the final score from Holt Fieldhouse. Eagles sweep the season series with the Pioneers for the first time since the 17-18 season. We'll talk to you on Friday. Have a pleasant and warm rest of your Wednesday, and good night from Holt Fieldhouse.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just a girl, DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.